folks, welcome back to the Hell Mode Invitational. We're back with this is game 3, is that right? I know you guys as Game Bang.
Game Boom is the
Game
emoji,
Boom.
I think.
Game Boom is the official name.
Session 4 game.
This is session 4 of game 3. I'm just gonna do a quick reintroduction for everyone because it's been about a week since we played. So starting from the white seat is CoolGuy, Leonard, our esteemed leader. Say hi.
Yo, yo, yo. Hello, people at home.
And CoolGuy is playing Sa in the white seat. In the blue seat, we have the Mahak Gene Sorcerers, played by Mendican Bayer. Say hi, Mendy.
Hey guys, how are you?
In the purple seat, we have the manbearpiglet himself playing the Cabal of Vulwraith. Say hi. Do we have a manbear?
Manbear, are you muted?
I don't think so. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I might have just been speaking too softly. Sorry.
You're all good. In the yellow seat, playing the Titans of All, we have Esxhaton. Say hi.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Currently with the speaker token, we have the Necrovirus, played by Zorp in red. Say hi, Zorp.
Hey Driftwood. I think he's the only one watching anyway, right?
Don't know, do we have Drift in chat yet? Not just yet, but we had a few people tuning in last time. And finally, as the dear to my heart extra kingdom, though in a bit of a rough spot, we've got Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Happy to be here. A little bit nervous.
Old Wolf. Ah, sweet.
We noticed that the color of units in your home system is not what we expect right now. All right, I'll leave you guys to it to get started, and me and 4B will take the reins on commentary.
We will.
All right, yes, I have muted myself in Discord and let these guys get started.
Now we can talk about them.
Indeed. Well, we should talk about ourselves very briefly first. I am Muffin Manifesto. I'm your host for this evening, and with me is 4Burner, the tournament organizer and my co-host for a lot of this commentary. Our esteemed warlord expert commentator Moon is taking the night off and getting some beauty sleep.
Having a nap after being up for TI4 related reasons. Actually, no, I think he was up for Dota reasons. Is that what he plays?
I believe there is a very large Dota tournament on right now, which he is watching a lot of. I know he's a big fan. But you guys played some TI4 earlier today, didn't you?
I'll be racing in this system.
Had a little 10-pointer. Played SAR for the second time ever. It went okay. Didn't win, but...
Didn't quite get there?
That's fine. It's okay. Moon just hitting our Discord saying we're talking about him. He's right.
That's true. We were talking about you behind
Warlord
your
strats. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Looks like we might have a slightly slow start to the round. Mahak just activating their side dock rather than their
activating their side piece in Semlor.
That's it. I wonder if there's a leadership stall in the offing. Mahak's generally pretty good at leadership stalls, given that they start with predictive.
Yeah, move your tokens around if he wants. He's got a lot of money, so we shall see.
Well, he didn't have a lot of plastic
no.
fairly recently, but it looks like he's got most of his dreads back on the board. I remember from tuning in to you and Moon watching this game last time that he got away from some very tight combats where he should have lost more plastic than he did.
I swore with him, I think, early on. Or late in, middle session.
What's the dealio with Mechatol?
I'll give it to you.
Dealio with Mechatol.
Titan's home system.
Ha! Oh, what a deal! You'll give him Mechatol if he takes Titan's home system.
Well, I can't do that. I don't have Lightwave or anything. So.
Yeah, well, you've had the whole game to literally set this up.
Mendy's frustration with Manbear showing very early.
Yeah. I have heard a little bit of side chatter from this game that Mendy's not very happy with how much Titans have been allowed to get away with. Though I am seeing
Idle,
you
call them.
Yeah, there you go. He is sitting on his big front system, Berriglurda, but I guess when it comes to it, points are what matters, and Titans are out in front.
Yeah.
He's got the trade goods, which is our next 2-pointer. Oh, 2 spendies in a row. This game's somewhat been defined by spendies, if I recall correctly. I think you've watched a bit more of this one.
The border settings, how we want them.
Extra. Yeah, what are we doing? Sorry, I'm just taking a brief look at what people are scoring now. The latest.
How's that sound?
2-pointer. Spend 10 trade goods. So it's in range for those that are rich. And that includes Titans, sitting there with dynamic score. And 12 trade goods.
I just want
start
what I
with.
said, and otherwise.
Unreal. Can you explain? Oh, I think I know. But for the audience at home, can you explain to me why Extra are on 3 points? Because it looks to me like they should have been on 5 points.
4 extra? Oh my goodness. So we had Mutiny, right?
Yeah.
Big old Mutiny.
And it clearly went against, despite
So
Extra being at the back.
Again, getting shafted entirely by.
What did you? Oh,
presumably
hopefully
because
grabbing for a point and then the table turning against him.
Yeah, presumably no one wanted to give Saar the extra point, which would have put them.
I think that was the turning point. Yeah, and it was. I think I remember Moon saying last time at the end of last stream that Zorp read our Necro player should have actually pushed it 4 because that extra point doesn't matter in the equation for Saar, and it would have given Zorp the extra point.
Let's do some quick point math on Saar then.
I'll let you do that. Right? That's the part of my game that I don't bother with. It's just plastic and vibe for me.
He has 1 unscored secret, no sign of the obsidian, 2 unscored tier 1s. So if he were to get all those done, does he have Imperial this round? Is that right? No. Okay, so he's probably just looking to score tier 2s. So 1 more secret. If he'd been at 8, would have put him to 9, and yeah, he would have just been looking at 2-pointers all the way there, and he would have needed. He would have gotten 2 2-pointers and a 1-pointer, which means he would have needed an Imperial round or a Guac. I think what Mooney's probably alluding to is if he scores his secret and 2 1-pointers, that would have put him at 11, and then he still would have needed 2 2-pointers to win. So losing 1 point here, he's basically in the same spot. This is Saar.
Right.
So Saar would have needed the same number of objectives with or without
the point, right?
No,
if they got the point, or if they lost the point, does it shake out the same?
If he gained the point, it would have been the same as being where he is at 8. But losing the point is relevant to him.
How about this?
Yeah.
Because he'd still need 2-pointer, secret, 2-pointer, 2-pointer, or 2-pointer, double 1-pointer.
We're going to have Mooney storming in here, just laying it down.
You know, if my math is working, and that's a coin flip, him losing the point is relevant to Saar, but gaining the point wouldn't have been relevant to him, whereas it would have been relevant to Necro himself.
Right, gotcha.
And it would have kept Extra somewhat in the running.
Yeah, right. I mean, what does Extra do now, apart from just scrape for points?
Well, that's it, right? Extra's in a very, very rough spot with his home system already gone. Mooney is banging at the door. Use Twitch chat, Moon. Use Twitch chat.
Well, the link is there. You know where the link is. In our secret stream chats. You can kick me out. That's fine. I'll resume drinking my cup of tea and chill it.
Yeah, that's Jordan's called it right in chat. If Saar had gained a point, he would have only needed his secret and 2 2-pointers.
Nick, I think
from 8,
if
he would have needed.
We can do all that.
A secret, a 1-pointer, and 2 2-pointers.
Then I can give you speaker.
And down a point, he needs a secret, a 1-pointer, and a secret, 2 1-pointers, and 2 2-pointers. So
I've just got my mic muted because I've got a bit of background noise.
Okay.
The mutiny on Saar has slowed him down significantly. He needs a whole extra objective.
It's fine. Move or not move.
And giving him a point would have meant he needed 1 less objective.
All right, cool. Then I will.
Moon is in Twitch chat. I see. So you weren't necessarily looking at the math that Saar needed to win, but Necro would get a victory point. And 3 tokens to win? I'm not sure what you meant.
Oops, missed a guy.
Oh, did he have a leadership rider or something?
There were riders in play. But I'm not sure.
Oh, because of course, the genius faction pool that you set up for this round includes Necro and Esxhaton alongside each other, and they've done the same thing in this game that I've done in my game as Esxhaton, is give Necro the alliance.
Yeah, I am.
Which allows them to vote as well as make predictions.
It's classic. It's just so novel that everyone does it every time.
Did you use BioSteam?
It is
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can get a lot of value out of the Necro player. I'm not sure what Esxhaton got because I don't see the Necro alliance sitting in their area, which is what I asked for.
Possibly just next door.
Oh yeah, it could have been
position that
extorted.
Esxhaton's in.
That is totally reasonable given the position they're in. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Twitch
it looks
chat
like-
is just crashing for some reason.
I'm going to end my turn while I do my build, if that's all right. You guys can wait for me if you want, whatever.
Yeah, my guess is that when looking at the board, Necro decided they needed to slow down the game and bring Saar back in a bit, rather than speed themselves up. Maybe they thought with these two spendies in play that they couldn't keep up with Titans and Saar. The problem is they've slowed Saar, but that just means there's only one person out in front right now. And they are one of the...
so easy to stop, right?
So easy. They don't have a million PDS shots in their home and some of the best plastic on the board.
You not see that?
And we were playing earlier today, you alluded to, my first, or second Saar game, I should say. Big Mooney over there playing Titans. Nearly had the game fall into his lap, as Titans do. Go back to session 1 of this game to hear my rant, my anti-Titans rant.
They're just such a comfy faction to play for, Berner. You just sit there and the game comes to you.
I hate that. And I'm a man who loves to sit in his slice, but they just make it too easy.
I think I have an appreciation for those factions in 10-pointers because so much of the game is just racing to 10, and the fact that you don't have to think as much about so many of the objectives is kind of, at least on a competitive level, you know, like when you're trying to just when you're trying to win over everything else.
Yeah.
And I think I've just got to run it. That
looks like Zorp is popping trade, which makes sense. He needs to get his 10 trade goods sorted.
Easy, so I'll offer you X-1.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good call. Anyone who's already got their trade goods, you can try and get some extra value off. The people who are going to struggle more, you might be
the same out of it. So I'll offer you, as in it's just one trade good.
The Necros.
I don't have my TA.
Interesting.
No idea. I'm going to use my agent.
Titans.
Turtles.
I have
already with 12 trade goods as well.
One of the things I do like to see is in the Volwraith captured area here, Manbear is hanging on to 2 Titan Dreadnoughts and 2 Titan Cruisers.
So if it's
and
I'll take X-1.
I think
I'll spend a token.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not.
One of the stronger ways to keep them in check, Volwraith has such a good
stuff then, because secondary happens after.
attrition game that if they can pick a player who's out in front and then just hold on to their stronger plastic, it can really just make it. It really hurts, and it can make it easier for the rest of the table to collaborate.
Yeah. Well, if every system has like one or two less ships, that adds up very, very quickly.
Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that because I think you're going to get trade next round anyway.
Are you offering anything to me?
I'm just trying to think of what I do with you, Esxhaton.
Oh, I think Saar missing out on a refresh.
But if I have trade,
I think extra, possibly. Extra.
Yeah, that's
maybe spending a token.
I understand if you would, Leonard.
It does look like they're getting all the trade goods there.
That's the only ones I'm refreshing. Sorry, that took so.
Presumably, he offered an X-2 to try and get his own 10.
Yeah. There we go. Extra, dropping a token.
Secondary.
Nah, sorry.
How's he going to get them washed?
I'm not going to.
It doesn't
Manbear
look like Manbear's using his agent.
I'll,
he's asking it now.
It's going to get him really close to that 2-pointer.
Cool.
He's got the 2-pointer.
Pardon?
He's got the 2-pointer in hand.
Not the 10 trade goods.
Who? Esxhaton? Yes, he does.
No, not Esxhaton. I mean, Extra.
Oh.
And he's
what we missed on the last activation.
Well, you got to score 4 points this round, right?
Probably not.
I don't know, man.
They're going to keep talking about this deal. What we missed on the last activation was Saar leaving the extra home system.
Oh yeah. They went and took their free real estate back home. They moved them back home.
Okay. Was there an above the table deal about what it was to get out of that system? Or?
I do not know. Maybe Sar just paranoid about keeping their influence. Enough damage has been done to Esxhaton. Esxhaton probably paid. Regard.
Presumably they offered something, but I mean, he already gave him his support for the throne.
Mm.
Or maybe that was given at the end of the last round to get him out. Because obviously he didn't have it when he went in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess. That was the payment, was the support to bugger off.
Mm. I mean, there's 16 influence out as well. As an objective, so Sar wants to protect Aaron and me. A Warson will do that.
Are you a mod in the channel, 4B? In the Twitch channel?
Twitch? No. We've got a bot.
We do
Got
have
two bots.
We've got some bots trying to sell us on the worst deal of the century, I bet.
Oh. All our viewers out there, head to yourfollows.com. Get some viewers, get some stuff. That's what we
Please
do. Right?
don't. Please do not advertise for the bots, poor burner. That is how people get scammed.
Did I just give away that I'm in control of the bots? Was that a little too obvious?
Oh no. We have a small elbowed friend in Twitch chat suggesting that people should follow the bots. The only bots I want to follow are the Necrovirus.
What's his move?
What is Esxhaton thinking about?
Well, he's got a little bit of Cabal on the tip of his slice. Got 10 trade goods. Decent amount of ships, but anything he puts into that combat, Cabal will keep because the flagship's there. So, bit of a pickle.
There was some talk at the beginning of the game. Esxhaton said he doesn't know whether the Cabal can be trusted, which implies to me that there was some deal here that maybe he's supposed to move out.
I forget the exact circumstance, but there were huge accusations of Manbear being a liar last session.
Oh, I do remember that.
It was good fun.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
He broke a couple of non-bindings.
Oh, I think Esxhaton was just a way to stick it out, possibly with Manbear.
I think
there's a lot of whispering going on, a lot of tension at the board, usually happening around this time in a 14-pointer. The 7th objective comes out, and especially if there are multiple scoreable 2-pointers that don't require a lot of blocking.
Here.
Esxhaton, scan linking for possibly the 12th or 13th or 14th or 17th time this game.
Oh, it's just such a good vibe. I don't know about the scan linking on blue planets generally. Once the deck has been gone through on those blue planets, it gets pretty anemic. You're just looking at freelancers or a dude every time.
That's it. Yeah.
Moon in chat says Extra randomly offered a support to Sar after the mutiny agenda, assuming the deal was, here's my support, please go hurt the people who hurt you. I think that sounds like it might have been some obfuscation and that the deal might have been already done. Here's my support, get out of my home system.
Maybe.
But
that has been the hallmark of this Sar game. He's just been going back and forth from Mahak to Extra to Mahak to Extra, like from session to session to session.
It is impressive how Sar has managed to keep a check on 2 neighbors at once.
Yeah.
It's especially because I think Cabal haven't really committed to helping with Mahak, despite
not at all.
The
Cabal
pressure.
has been pretty placid in just they've been allowed to sit there and score what they've scored. Like they're not behind or anything. They're 2 points off the lead.
Yeah. Whereas at least Necro did put some pressure on Extra as well.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, like, Extra, if they get their engine up and running, can quite easily hold off 2 aggressors. They're not so good at pushing out against people, as I have just experienced in the first round of my game.
For my ceasefire.
I had the Magic Christmas Land scenario come up for Burner, where I unlocked my hero in the middle of round 2.
That's disgusting.
I took Imperial.
Yep.
So I scored my flagship round 1 off trade.
Sure.
I had Control a Legendary Planet, Season Icon, which is a freebie when Hope's End is next to your home system.
Yeah.
And then I took Imperial and scored 4 structures after construction was popped by someone else in the round. And because, of course, most people like to pop construction early, I had my hero unlocked before spending almost any of my planets in round 2. So that was a nice plus 10. Everyone's like, oh, Extra will take Diplo, Extra will take Diplo. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you guys 8 resources each. I'm just giving myself 10 resources.
Yeah.
That's
nice. That's nice.
It is real nice, but
I'm sure it's almost blasphemous talking about that in a game which has featured Nick, who has not had the funnest Extra game in the world.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at his slice, and even if he controlled all his planets, his hero would be giving him +1, +2, +3, maybe +5 on top of the +3 at home. So he'd be looking at about +8. I think my slice is about the same, but getting it that early, I haven't had as much trouble holding it. To be honest, I was sandwiched between Sar and Sardak, but Sar decided to go the other direction, and I won't give spoilers for what happened when he slammed into Necro. But I would highly recommend watching that session.
I've heard Sparks. I still have got to catch up on it.
It was sure something. And
anyway, Mendicant has pop leadership. I believe Red handed over a card of some sort. I heard murmurings of a ceasefire, which is pretty cute. And Mendicant just getting a casual 10 tokens.
I mean, that's just Mahakt things, right?
Yeah.
Especially Mahakt with Mechatol.
That's it. Mahakt Mechatol on leadership. Plenty of influence around his slice.
And I just love to see it. Mahakt's... I've only played Mahakt, I think, twice, but they are one of my favorite factions.
They're just so powerful. Late game, when they're fully online, if they've got the right slice and they're all good, they're just unstoppable. With their hero especially, just ridiculous.
Yeah, their hero incredibly good for like a wind-slaying scenario or setting up a nice moment where you can weaken someone just to score an
don't have lightweight,
important
you can
objective.
just move a fleet out the way.
That's right.
Yeah. So the hero, for those who don't know, for whatever reason, they're tuning into this and they're not fully on board. The Mahakt hero just moves any fleet into another fleet that's next to it on the board.
That's right, and they cannot retreat, nor use any abilities that would make them retreat. So it's a real sweet one.
Manbear is activating the Titans.
As the DMC
coming in on Sealdry's Anak.
Yeah. Is in Sealdry.
It's in the system you're activating.
Oh yeah, right, of course.
So is this part of their secret deal?
There's one attachment left in green.
Actual pressure. I imagine we'll find out at the end of movement when Titans decide whether or not to fire those cannons. I see 2 PDS on Quan, 1 on Zanhakt, and we don't have plasma scoring.
But that's my...
Oh, but Titans do have Graviton.
Final movement.
Yeah. Do you want to warp in, or do we want to place them here?
I can just chuck my guys in there. It's no big deal.
Doesn't sound like this is an agreed upon movement, so I think we're going to see some cannons. I don't think 3 shots is enough to warrant Graviton here, because there are 2 dreads there that can just sustain.
Alright, shoot, cannons.
Is this Cabal trying to...
You're not using Graviton?
No.
I'll sustain. Do you have direct hit?
No.
No dread too.
AFB.
Yeah.
1 destroyer's worth of AFB incoming.
He does have destroyer 2. Oof, but only gets 1
Oh,
hit.
there we go. Yeah, sorry if I've been quiet. I think I just hit a big lag spike, so I wasn't trying to talk over anything.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
I thought I might have lost you, but that's good. Yeah, I'm wondering whether this is the Cabal trying to take Mahak up on their offer of a free Mechatol if they take the Titan's home system. Because this is a road. It's a road in, and they have the speed as well with that tear in the equidistant.
That's it. That fleet that's sitting at the top of Titans can just come right in, right?
1, 2. Any of it that has 2 movement can, because it'll get +1 off the tear.
Yeah.
So everything except the flagship. Does he have gravity drive? He does not. Is tech in the round? It is, but it's held by Titans, and I imagine they will hold off on that for a bit.
Yeah.
And ground combat.
The full Wraith tech path here is actually quite interesting. They've gone for the Space Dock 2 for a bunch of extra production, and War Suns which I imagine was stolen off of Extra somehow, maybe?
Sustain and do rain.
Or no, off of SAR, perhaps.
Shit, this could take a while.
Or maybe they just researched it. I suppose they've got the red and yellow tech.
Do that shit. Oh, does that wipe you out?
Yep.
I'll take the hit on the sustain mech and kill him for a trade.
Do you get to capture?
Using
I can capture
the second half of self-assembly.
The other one is a structure.
Catching the PDS.
You cannot capture a PDS, sadly, even when it is a ground force such as Titans are. I mean, yeah, he's put a real dent in Titan's plastic game right now.
Fetch that.
And it kind of needed to happen. When you look at the table, you look at the points, you look at the fact that Titans has scored no secrets and has 2 supports.
Oh boy, Titans. Oh wow, Titans are out in front that far without having scored any of their secrets. I didn't realize. So they have both the Mahakt and the SAR support. How did that happen? It looks like they swapped with Mahakt. And do you remember the story on the SAR support there?
I think that was just a diplomatic pressure.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I quite like giving away support for the throne on a diplomatic pressure in a 14
Yeah, but then you've got to go attack that person.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If the person is my neighbor or easy to access, and Titans on the other side of the board from SAR with no wormholes, could not be harder to access.
Bouncing back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's not even a big ask.
Right.
Talk to me. I'm happy to talk above the table.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be moving this action. Like, if you don't, then yeah, I mean, whatever. If you're gonna attack, you're gonna attack. However, you know what my stand.
Very tense negotiating between.
You're forcing me to change my strategy.
How about you take Sourdor or something, and I'll take it back, and we can have some trade goods among.
Working on shenanigans here. Money making shenanigans.
There's a trade good right there.
Where is Sourdor?
Yeah, after an action.
Sourdor is in the middle of Mahak Slice. Currently undefeated.
Oh right, of course. I missed it because it's so blue in amongst the space.
I'm okay with
that. So the idea is that SAR moves in,
takes a planet, gets a buck,
and then Mahakt throws a bunch of
for 1 trade
infantry.
1 round. Every
they share the trade goods.
Well, not every message, but all the. I've always told you that's where I was going back.
So yeah.
And you've had 2 actions.
Is that here, Cormand? Is that what they're talking about? Or are they talking about Laser Saculag?
I think CoolGuy's just saying he's had plans that he's been communicating to Mendy the entire time. And now Mendy's asking him to change them and do something else. And CoolGuy's like, bro, I got to maintain the course.
I just want to know what the plans are.
Yeah. Only we weren't busy talking.
Oh, no, I don't think he's revealed that one
explicitly.
I will chaos map a destroyer, a dreadnought rather.
Our ball keeps on balling.
I don't want to fight you, dude. I just want.
That's maximum sleep.
No, I understand.
I think this is about Lazar, maybe.
Yeah, it does seem like it.
I need my one trade good.
More chatting about trade goods.
Yeah. Well, Mendy 1 away from objective.
I mean, it can't be too difficult for him to find 2 infantry
Right.
to sacrifice. He just needs to find the right place to sacrifice them. And he could always just throw them at Cabal on his left. Interesting interaction between Cabal capturing and the guaranteed return of Crimson Legionnaire 2s is that you actually sort of start multiplying the infantry.
You do. You generate more infantry suddenly, which is the only, I think, time in the game that kind of happens, right? Outside of Sardak Nex and that kind of crap.
There's another way for Mahakt to do it. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what it is. I know because it came up in my last Mahakt game, where they can both be returned. What is it? I bet you Moon will pipe up in chat if he's still listening, because I know Moon plays a lot of Mahakt. It might be something to do with Necro, who also currently have Crimson Legionnaire 2s, so I think they're not going to have too much trouble finding their last 2 trade goods either. Very strong tech in this faction lineup for Necro. Esxhaton engines, obviously a great piece of plastic in the air.
4 tokens.
I'm somewhat surprised that they're on Crimson Legionnaire 2s, though it's obviously paying off for them right now. I would have thought something like Chaos Mapping or Nullification Field, or...
I think we'll see Null Field at some point before the end of the game, but currently Crimson Legionnaires, I think they've made a fair chunk of cash off it during the course of the game.
Makes sense. I mean, of course, the problem with acquiring Nullification Field is that the person with it has Nullification Field.
Has Null Field. Yeah, I think we saw that at the end of last round, actually, with Red coming in here. We thought, here, I'm pointing in TTS, Archon Vale, the equidistant between
my carrier.
Right.
Exxhaton and Necro.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Had to rely on timings and lots of stuff.
I can for money.
Yeah.
CoolGuy negotiating.
I'm gonna give you a trade good. I'll just give it back.
Yeah, well, no one's giving trade goods out. Nobody refreshed me for trade. No one wants to pay for speaker. No one wants to pay extort. So I appreciate you asking.
All ended feeling a little hard done by.
As if he doesn't have some 1-pointers he can catch up on.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have Imperial this round? No one. Oh, well, Extra do. Interesting.
Yeah. Which is probably fine.
Well, I think it must have been part of the deal with Thar getting the support, was that he'd be allowed to retake his home and just score some 1-pointers. And it's a really interesting...
Oh, he's playing assist.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yep.
At the fucking Corman again.
Mate.
A ceasefire being played over this system.
Because now you've lost the token as well.
He told him to come into Sandor. Why? Why does he want to retain Corman so badly?
Anomaly have anything to do with the objectives?
I'm trying to work
The one I bought.
Yeah,
indeed, make
2 systems.
make history.
Yep, that is correct.
Anomalies.
Sucks, man.
Backup point.
Yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
I was talking to myself. No Sabo on impersonation.
Necro playing impersonation to draw a new secret.
Trade good.
Oh, interesting. He's spending a trade good on this.
Lucky. We can make amends here. CoolGuy.
Oh, yeah, we can. There's no hard feelings, man. I mean, there's no good feelings, but we can make amends.
And he got his ceasefire back over a 2-0 planet. I don't feel like that's actually the worst situation.
Right.
No. Tsar, plenty of tokens? Oh, not really. 3. Mark has the token advantage here, for sure.
Well, I mean...
2 techs.
If that ain't Mahakt's forte.
Oh, here we go. Tech is popping. Does this enable Cabal to do some stuff?
Yeah, it's interesting to see Titans pop tech so early with Cabal in their slice. I'm wondering whether... And I have to imagine that Manbearer's Cabal picks up Gravity Drive here. I might just quickly on the overlay put on the full tech screen. Here we go for a quick update. I'm going to very quickly run through everyone's tech for the viewers at home. SAR currently have anti-mass deflectors, chaos mapping, AI dev, self-assembly routines, War Suns, Carrier 2s, and Gravity Drive.
Requirements.
The Mahukt have predictive, Sarween tools, biostims, Gravity Drive, anti-mass, Crimson Legionnaires and Dreadnought 2s, hypermetabolism, Daxiv, and genetic recombination, which we don't see him play that often, alongside AI dev.
A lot of talk around that this game.
Yeah. I think come agenda time we can have another chat about that.
Yeah.
But the Volwraith Cabal currently have self-assembly routines alongside their faction tech Vortex and Uranium armor. They have Psycho Arc, hypermetabolism, Scanlink drone network, transit diodes, sling relay, War Suns, dimensional tattoos, and I imagine they're getting Grav Drive here.
He just got Fighter 2.
He got Fighter 2 instead. Interesting.
Fighter 2.
It looked to me like he was really going for 2 and 4. But, I guess with
headquarters at the end of my turn.
Without the objective out, there's no specific reason to, but I mean, Grav Dive can really help the terror between move around.
Drive, yeah, it gets that entire fleet into the Titan's home system.
My guess is that ain't coming.
Yeah. He's not sitting on a flank speed because he's got no action cards. Who knows? What a mystery. What a player. Let's see what happens.
The rest of the tech recap. We've got Titans with Antimass, Scanlink, AI Dev, their special Saturn engine Cruiser 2s.
Okay.
Esxhaton just quietly picking up a relic and grabbing Dominus Orb.
They have popped their relic and now have a way out of locked systems. If only they had more systems to be locked. The Titans also have their Hell Titan 2s online, Uranium Armor, Assault Cannon, Transit Diodes, and Sling Relay, and Destroyer 2s hiding out there as well. What did they just pick up? Assault Cannon?
Titans, Assault Cannon, courtesy of, what is it, Prophet's Tears. You got the Skipper Red Skip.
It looks to me like he didn't double tech. I think he already had Sling Relay. Oh, no, I think you're right. I think according to this overlay, they are the last 2 research. So Assault Cannon and Sling Relay,
Cool.
So that gets him a little towards the blue path. He might be able to Prophet's Tears into Lightwave next round, or he might find his way into 2 and 4 himself if that comes out. All right, we've got Diplomacy being played on the home system by Cabal, which makes sense given how open they've left it.
Yeah.
I mean, that War Sun at home can also reach the Titan's home system through all those rifts. So maybe it's not as safe as we thought. Just not having the flagship in there feels a bit bad if you're going to risk your War Suns.
Go in, does he just leave the flagship hanging there naked? Or I guess he moves it out first, right?
Maybe. The Extra have Graviton, Scanlink drone network, and Nullification Field. They have AI Dev and self-assembly routines, which help them get to War Suns. And they've picked up Neural Motivator. Or did they not? Did they not follow tech this round? No, I think they might have gone Neural Motivator in order to set up instinct training so they can get more of their faction tech online.
Yep.
And finally, saving the best to last, Necro have Daxiv animators, self-assembly routines.
I mind spending 2 tokens to get in there.
No, I didn't tell you to take Sourdough.
Continuing.
I mean, if you brought enough infantry in there, we could have harvested.
Mendy trying to clarify what he was trying to set up last round.
Yeah.
Might still be possible.
How bad do I want Cormand?
How bad do I want Cormand?
I don't think I want it bad enough to pay for it. Now that you've moved the Dreadnought out, so your infantry's not moving, I think that was half my drama, was you having infantry in my slice. I do want Lazar Sakalog.
Yeah, I'm moving it.
All right. Yeah, dude, I can't pay. I don't have the money. I gotta.
Yeah, but that's why I want the card. I want the card, not the.
I'll sell it to you for 3 trade goods.
Ooh, that's an interesting offer.
I'm guessing this is the ceasefire back in his hands.
Just fucking bought it for 3 trade goods.
Maybe I should charge 4. Yeah.
Prices are only going up.
I love it. yeah, we are rapidly accelerating towards the end game here.
Well, I mean,
You don't have to give it to me. I'm not.
Every dollar counts with 2 spendies out, right? The wrap up on Necro's tech while they're still working out what the hell's going on. The 2 Valifar techs are Saturn Engine 2s and Crimson Legionnaire 2s. They still, on top of that, have Duranium, Transit Diodes, War Suns, AI Dev, Carrier 2, Gravity Drive, Anti-Mass, and Dreadnought 2.
Are we still in your...
because I get one commodity off him.
Nice wrap.
Indeed. AI Dev with 5 unit upgrades. Gotta feel pretty nice.
Yeah.
And still do
A
some
rare
production.
occasion that biostimsing AI Dev is a worthwhile opportunity.
That's true. I don't think I've ever made that play myself. I like a sneaky biostims on predictive intelligence. No one really sees that one coming. Because predictive is kind of one of those things where it's like once per round you're gonna surprise people with a bunch of extra tokens that they forgot about. But getting to do it twice for that 1 extra token can make all the difference.
Put them off guard.
But it doesn't look like there is. Well, there you go. That it was indeed about the ceasefire. I was going to say I didn't think biostims was on the table, but of course Mahawk start with biostims, don't they?
It's the Mahawk is thinking of token lifting.
Right, they were still in the resolution of the...
You could have paid me not
of the diplomacy secondary, because he was trying to convince CoolGuy to pay to lift that token, to take Coolman, kill the infantry now that he can get a trade guard off it.
Me poor.
Titans with, I count 11 trade goods. They don't look that poor, especially with Dynamis Core in the back pocket.
Yeah, nah, they're fine.
Not ready for this shit. Okay.
They can actually spend trade goods this round.
Shit. Let's go.
Yeah, the fact that Manbear popped Diplo there rather than just smashing into the Titan's home system makes me think it ain't coming.
Unless he was locking it down to enable that War Sun to get out? I don't know.
Not attached.
Man, who could get in there? No one has Lightwave, do they?
I mean, probably not, right?
Position to make some
Let's just be super paranoid. I don't know. I don't know, Muffin. I keep expecting Manbear to make moves, do things.
He's not playing
Mooney
that
had
way,
me
is he?
hyped that he was going to make a play for Mextol last round, and it never happened. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Manbear to do something, and he's just slowly chipping away at Titans, which I guess is good. Not exciting. Activate a home system, for Christ's sake.
I'm just so broke.
He has the plastic.
Yeah.
You can trust me on second pick.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, yeah. Muffin, turn the overlay off.
You're not going to...
Oh, of course, we're on tech. I will move... I'll move back to the game.
No. If I'm telling you in explicit terms that I'll do second pick, I'll do it.
Ta-da!
There's a
I've never
Come back and we're
back.
playing Root.
That's it. Suddenly, all of these scary war sons have turned into cute little cats.
Because I'm thinking if you have a pick, then that pushes blue, purple, and yellow down the list.
Sure.
That's what
I think they're discussing the politics.
Yes, we left shit.
Yeah.
Indeed. Nick's trying to make a convincing argument that he should make him speaker. I don't think he's paying, though.
But we might be.
They give CoolGuy 2 rounds, essentially, in good speaker order, guaranteed, right?
Yeah, and Nick has said that he will take second pick.
It's obviously better, but it's not worth that much to me because I think my 6th pick is still fine.
In this situation,
so I'll do second pick, or I'll do 6th pick. Like it's fine, but second pick is better for you for speaker control.
If he needs to control speaker, does San need to control speaker anymore? If he's first pick and can take Imperial,
I'll do my best. I'll try.
Getting 2 points this round?
2 points, 2 points,
No.
secret.
Yeah.
If he can get Mechatol as well, he has the path next round with Imperial.
This is actually a tough.
And he doesn't need to protect his home system because he is the Sarball.
Extras in the game, so they kind of control everything anyway.
Interesting.
All right, Nick. Let's consider this goodwill cashed. How's that?
Oh, the goodwill coming back from round 1, giving Nick the speaker, and now I really want Esxhaton to win this.
I can't even fathom how Extra get back far enough to win this.
speakers work hard for trade goods for me, and it is.
However,
Are we drawing action cards in order or just grab them?
I think there is
This many, you could just grab them.
Grab them.
something to be said for this play for Nick, which is that points matter in this game.
Yeah, he could just take Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, look, he said he's going to take second pick, but if Saar have the win with Imperial, and he could get 1 or 2 more league points off taking it, that is a non-binding I'd be willing to break.
Right, that's potentially, let's see. I would love to see Nick, come into this game so naive, so young, Peace Turtles, just playing Peace Turtles, and then, by the 4th session, he's breaking non-bindings and taking Imperial for himself against Saar. Like, that's huge.
I feel like the worst part of Nick's situation right now is that he doesn't have a dock. I believe he does have JR, but is he going to put it on his 1-1 at home before moving in and only get to produce 3 units? Oof.
Can he use his agent to get his home system back? Ready any planet? No. He needed to do that with the secondary of Diplo, didn't he?
That's correct. Yeah, he could have taken his home back off the secondary of Diplo, then put a dock on it, and then moved in.
Yeah.
That would have been smooth. I don't know that he followed Diplo. Doesn't look like it, because he only has some influence planets unlocked. Oh, it looks like he might be trying to score the 16 influence rather than the 10 trade goods. So maybe he did follow it, because then if
Maybe
he
he
uses
doesn't
his
bother with the dock, the mad lad.
well, if he Archon Ren is on his sheet.
Well, that is confusing. If you are promoted, you should definitely put that back in the SAR area.
Well, it depends if Saar does control it or whether he took it off Diplo.
Oh, sure. We should specify. Yeah.
It's got a.
He did exactly.
So
He did
No, I got it off Diplo. So
There we go.
exactly as you said. He saw that the play was done. So he now controls it, and he'll refresh that with his agent. That gets him up to 10 influence, and he has, I believe, 7 trade goods, which adds up to more than 16.
Can he afford JR?
Manbear secret chat.
That I don't
No,
think
not
is the
Manbear,
case,
sorry.
unless he can find 2 more trade goods.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He has 10 trade goods, not 7. I was
shit,
deceived by the old
Ah,
physics
yes. The
engine.
stack. Okay. Yeah.
Did you say yes to my thing, member?
Yeah.
So CoolGuy. Let's talk about this. Sarah and Mahak currently off in another secret chat.
Oh goodness.
Cabal and Titans having deals and asking if whispers have been seen. Did you respond to this? Did you blah 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 blah? All kicking off.
And here we are waiting on Necro. What are they up to? 7
What are they
trade
scoring?
goods.
10?
They have 7 trade goods in hand and Crimson Legionnaires. I have to imagine they're trying to find a way to throw 3 infantry at someone.
Yeah.
I suppose
Oh,
3
lot of
to
planets
6
around,
infantry, depending on whether they can.
possibly Lurker by Cabal, a mech and 4 infantry there.
Can they do it on Mechatol?
Nah, only one of a mech. That's not gonna.
The thing is, if you do it with Mahakt, they'll be willing to wash you because they're getting their own money back too.
True.
Alright, fuck it. Oh, wait. I'll just play Ghost Ship.
Necro still out. Ghost Ship.
It looks to me like the Necro virus have not yet used their hero.
You can do it.
Okay, yeah.
That is another path for their 10 trade goods. They can just use it on
Oh,
a
sure,
Graal.
they just get money, don't they?
Yeah, that's four trade goods, which puts them over 10. And it's their way to get Lightwave when everybody has been
feel that coming.
holding tight.
Yep.
It looks like the game has crashed.
Lovely.
Member. Computer broke
Computer
again.
crash.
Indeed. I will just tell them.
Yeah.
Lately. Ooh.
Yes, Manbear has just messaged me. His computer has crashed. He's on his way back. We
I'll be
will
back in a sec.
indeed, as will the stream.
Might take this
You gotta be
opportunity
cool.
myself to run to the bathroom.
Old music.
Just
How we do it on the stream. We keep it real. I'll be back in 2.
You feel free. I've just moved the overlay over to the full scores, and I'll have a chat about that while you go. So currently, We have Titans on 8, Mahukt and Sar on 7, Full Wraith and Necro on 6, and Extra all the way in the back on 3. Out in the lead, Titans have 4 public objectives scored, 3 1-pointers and the 16 influence from last round, as well as 2 supports and the custodian's point, adding up to 8. On 7, we have Mahukt and Sar. Sar have scored 3 1-pointers and a 2-pointer, while Mahukt have scored 4 1-pointers. They each have a support each, but Mahukt have the Shard of the Throne, and I imagine they'll hold on to it with a mech in their home system alongside a metric ton of infantry. On 6, we have Necro and Volwraith. Necro have 3 1-pointers and a 2-pointer and a support, while Volwraith have 4 1-pointers, a support, and I can only count 5 there. Might double check on that when the game is back up. They've scored a secret as well, I see. Mahukt have scored 1 secret. Sar have scored 2 secrets, which is what put them up to 7. Sorry, that put them up to 8, and then they lost a point on Mutiny. Poor old Extra down in the back have scored 3 public objectives and last to pass as a secret.
Hey,
But they lost a point to Mutiny when Necro betrayed Sar.
All good.
I am back.
Just as I finished the point recap,
Hey!
and it looks like we have a manbearpiglet
Lovely.
and a host returned. I believe I can rejoin without
I don't know why
revealing the password. I believe it should be okay.
Really shit.
Time for an upgrade, eh?
Yeah.
But Manbear was a gamer and had a gaming PC.
$5,000 hell of a
But my friends have taught me anything. My gaming friends have taught me anything. Their self-constructed gaming PCs crash all the time. This is what they do. So.
You know what? I find the idea of self-constructing a laptop sounds awful to me.
Who would do that?
But having self-constructed a tower,
yeah.
I've been pretty happy with it.
Yeah, no doubt.
2 really good cards, man.
Well, we have to redraw?
Oh, yeah, because I'm still speaker.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Paul Burner can adjudicate.
They are requesting your attention, 4B.
Because how do we know what the order?
Yeah, I'm hearing what they're saying.
I know what cards I got.
I know what I got. I can whisper 4B and he can pull them out.
I know what I got. I can whisper, and then 4B will see why I'm pissed.
Yeah, I know what I got. Does anyone not know what they got?
I think I know what I got.
I believe this should be
you 4-burner.
I'll DM you 4.
Because 4B will be able to look at the top of the deck here and see that the cards they're talking about are correct and they're not lying. It should be actually fairly easy to fix.
When you said you'd host, so
It's my power supply. It's like 11 years old now.
That's
I'll go teal.
I mean, it's
have a look at the deck.
Usually not set turn. The toggle promote button's been pressed. But...
I DM'd you 4B.
Yep, all good.
Oh, and they should all be sitting on the top too.
He should be able to just search the deck and grab them out from top and put into people's hands.
Heal himself to do that, I think. Yeah, there it goes.
The foibles of running a game like this online.
Well, it can't be because he has to search it as is, and then everybody he'll be able to see the order in which it's gone.
Exactly. Let me just check my DMs real quick.
And what's the issue here?
That it went back prior to the pop of politics. And
right.
4burner is on top of it. If you guys could message him the cards he drew, he is teal and can see the cards on the top, so he'll know if you lie.
Cool.
Crazy how 3 people got 2 7s each.
It did.
Can you confirm with CoolGuy for me that he drew 2 cards and what his second card was?
CoolGuy, 4B has asked you to message him the second card because I'm not quite understanding.
Oh, sure. No, sorry. I've just made sense of his whisper. He's all good.
He has now made sense of your whisper.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because one of them I gave. Yep, got it. Cool.
Confirm them for me, CoolGuy. He should be fine.
Has that happened?
He's working on it right now.
Mine is correct.
Oh, they should be.
Who did follow
Mendes?
politics actually?
Necro did.
Mahat,
Extra did.
I did.
Yep.
So everybody but
I think Mendy's all good.
Purple?
But what did Manbear do on his turn? Has his turn taken place?
He did take place. I think he played Diplo in his turn.
Oh, was it Diplo directly before politics?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because we had tech, and then we had leadership, and then we had Diplo. Pretty sure we then said politics. And my home system is deployed, so I think it's safe to say.
Yeah.
That all sounds correct to me, and I believe it should now be on Zorp.
Oh, only 4 of them follow politics?
Alright, so
Can I confirm that only 4 of you followed politics?
So I did it.
Yeah.
4B's given us the cards.
Has everyone got the cards that they expected to? Make sure you spent a token. And we can... any tokens you spent for politics, but Diplo should be spent already. Double check that.
Yeah, Diplo is because I've already got my Diplos up, my planets up.
Right. Yep. Okay. I think we should be good to go. Thanks for that, guys.
One more. Am I just good to grab the 2 top agendas? They should just be the ones I left there.
Yes.
All right. And I will confirm that they are.
Cool. I think we're up and running.
Wonderful. I was saying, it's a bit of the foibles of running a board game on a physics emulator online, is that, there can be some bumps in the road, but it does allow us to play the game we love in a reasonable time format.
Yeah, I think I would have played
it out with Diplo, so that's why
maybe 4 or 5 in real life games of GI4, if not for TGS, or I guess online versions of it, whatever.
I mean, that's the thing. Would we have even fallen in love with the game to begin with?
Yeah.
I certainly loved it the first time I played it, but I don't know if I'd be spending 60 hours a week on the game.
All right, so
look, you'd have a very dedicated 5 friends if you were getting that many hours in real life.
It's just you, me, and Moon sitting in a dark room, playing 2 factions each.
Yeah, glow-in-the-dark ships.
I think there's only
one. Yeah, no, I went to. I think I've changed my mind.
Oh, nice blue.
I didn't
tell blue with it.
The Twitch chat are calling for blood, and I'm with them, to be honest.
I didn't play the card. I didn't pull it out. Because I couldn't get it out of my hand.
We have a necro activation of Evra.
That's right.
Yeah.
Titans, equidistant.
That's what
alright.
Yeah.
Is there a chance Titans is eliminated from this game this round or next? DMZ says no.
The DMZ would say no, but I mean, there's eliminations and there's eliminations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, DMZ doesn't protect against that anyway. I'm a fool. Muffin. How would you let me get away with that?
I think it used to.
Well, you have no ground forces and you've got no production, right?
Yeah, but I believe that like Kelleras still can't be eliminated when they control their faction tech, and that is not. Even though there's no way for them to potentially produce from that, I thought that the DMZ was errated so that you are eliminated if it's all you have, but I'm not 100% certain if that's true.
3, 4.
Because technically, the way the book is written, you need to have no planets, and the DMZ is still a planet, even if there's no way to get any units on it.
Planet you control. It's kind of the whole point of it.
Yeah. You could self-eliminate with the DMZ by selling it to someone.
My whisper, Zorp.
Yeah, I did. Thanks. Yep.
Just so you know.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Is that king making 4B if you sell the DMZ to someone else to self-eliminate?
To the.
No. It depends on the context, I guess.
Well, what if the 2 influence gets them that last point that they needed?
Yeah. Well, context.
It's all constant. I've been told that Twilight Imperium is all king making. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Every move you make is king making in a certain direction. Some are just more egregious than others, right?
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
The Whisper first.
Yep.
I hope he's bringing more than this, because this doesn't look like enough to win the ground combat right now.
Yeah, what have we got? I'm looking at the big roller. We've got Reds, a couple of cruisers.
So I'll do Space Cannon.
This is it. This is final.
Does
1,
assault
2,
cannon
3,
pop
4,
up before space cannon?
5 infantry and a mech.
After.
After. Okay, yeah.
It's fast.
2 Hell Titans.
Space Cannon.
Oh, and there's
Any
assault cannon. Does he even win the air here? Okay,
Okay.
only 2 hits from the PDS means he probably does. Yes.
You have Dread 2.
Now assault cannon.
Yes, I do. Yep.
Oh, of course, and he has
Yep.
Okay.
he has
Assault
Saturn
cannon.
engines as well.
That's
So
twos, yeah.
yeah, okay. So Necro definitely win the air here.
All right.
But I'm not
And
entirely
5
convinced they'll win
infantry.
the ground.
He's going to make some money.
He's got 5 infantry and a mech versus 2 Titans PDS, which are basically mechs,
I
Pretty
think
much
I will
mechs,
do
yeah.
and they shoot on the way down.
Yep.
Better than an extra
But I
mech,
have
basically.
Waylay.
Oh, that's an
Ooh.
Waylay is an.
That's good.
This could turn things. 5 hits.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Sustain.
Oh,
Sustain. That's
boy.
2 sustained cruisers.
Oh, 5 hits.
3 hits to go.
No, you can't.
cruiser,
You can't
dead
sacrifice
cruiser,
the cruisers.
dead
They have better capacity than the dreads.
Ah!
But he doesn't have much choice.
Necro not knowing what he's got.
But you got tech.
Okay, no.
Did he get
He
tech?
didn't get tech.
No.
He hasn't got tech yet.
That was Waylay he played on me. But here's the
Waylay
question,
is such a brutal action card, isn't it?
do I get money for them dying here?
Not because they're removed.
Removed from capacity.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Everything. They don't get money. They don't go back home.
Not removed yet.
Do not pass go. Do not receive 200 trade goods.
Combat.
Okay, yeah. So maybe what I should do.
End
What
of
about the
combat.
mech?
Same.
Bang. Alright, so only one of my things survives, right? I think.
The carriers have cruisers have capacity. Too.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking only one of them survives. So I will risk a direct hit. Yep.
Yeah, not going well for Necro at all there.
That is incredibly brutal Waylay.
Mm.
And
I'm not.
in some ways makes sense.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll try.
He'll try and get 2 of those units out. Oh boy.
Disaster.
I'd be surprised. Yeah, there we
2
go.
hits.
I
One
did
hit.
get a hit,
Oh,
but there are 2 units that can sustain, so there's no tech. He doesn't get assault cannon out of it. He doesn't get money out of it.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
Absolute nada.
That hurts.
Did you get a tech out of that?
No.
You didn't get anything, did you?
No.
Waylay, an action card. Boy. I was saying it sort of makes sense out of the Destroyer 2s and how many he's built.
I was.
He was holding on to Waylay for a while because that is...
Oh,
God, it can be so
I
brutal.
guess that.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. Outside of some very specific Argent setups with their crazy Destroyer 2s,
Oh, yeah, of
that's
course.
probably one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think Waylay is a very, very strong action card.
It's very nice. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, it can go for nothing a bit if it ends up in the wrong hands, but
yeah.
I think it's like worth teching around if you can.
Sure. Yeah,
if you pick it up early.
Yeah, with that card, if you know or you can suspect you're not going to get saboed, the right combat, look what it does.
That's it. And Destroyer 2 is just a really good tech anyway, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially if you have strong capital ships like Titans, being somewhat immune to fighter screens by having more anti-fighter barrage is really, really powerful.
What does Esxhaton do now? He's just glanced the Negro of him.
He's gone. He's
bounced off the equidistant.
He's gone back into the tank, chatting with Volwraith.
Ah, I see.
They've gone back into whisper mode.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe how poorly that went for Necro.
Look, I was somewhat skeptical of the move with how light it was to begin with.
Yeah.
In the end, I'm glad he didn't take a War Sun or the Alistor.
Oh, that would have been.
Oh, I suppose the Alistor would have allowed him to take the hits on his.
That offer still stands, by the way. Any 2 units.
Because it does count as combat, right? AFB counts as within combat.
If you can wait, I'll build them. But, you know.
Cabal making some promises to build some Titan ships. I wouldn't be so sure, given what's in his build area. They don't look like many Titan ships.
No.
Maybe he'll get paid to build them.
I'll purge Dynamis core.
Oh,
Yeah, we thought that might turn up, the Dynamis purge. I mean, he's already at 10, but 4 more can't hurt.
Yeah. Extra cash and a stall.
Do you know if economic equality has come up yet in this?
JR.
I don't think it has.
Or a space dock at home.
The thing is, I think everyone except Sar are looking to get up to 10.
That's not your planet yet.
Or a way to.
Yes, I got it off piece of chords.
Okay.
Oh, we
just
forgot to
remember
take
to.
Yeah. Back to this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that got re-rolled
Yep.
back from the disconnection, but we can confirm.
They are.
Yeah, Muffin called out the owner token, but then that got lost in the garage.
It looks like Nick isn't going for 16 influence. He's instead going for the 10 trade goods because he just spent Mayhazel.
He's got 10 in his area. Like, why not, right? No one can take the 10 away from you when you got him.
I mean, maybe, but he had 7 influence ready.
Yeah, true.
He could have gone up to 10 with his agent.
Mendy? Baby?
Yeah, man, no worries.
Wait a second. So does this count as replenish now, right?
Yeah, well, it's got 5. 5 influence. And it's Loki.
No, I don't think it.
So there's only 1 trade good away, really, from.
No, I think it probably
still doing the 16 influence.
No, I think replenish is a different keyword. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gain 2 commodities is different.
Yeah, this came up in a game for me recently.
And I owe you.
Even a 2 commodity faction is not considered being replenished when they draw abandoned warehouse.
Gaining commodities, very different.
Yeah, replenishing does gain commodities, but gaining commodities does not replenish.
No.
It is super relevant against Cabal and just about no one else.
Cruiser?
Yeah, I did. Was that public?
Secret.
What's that? Sorry.
I will not shoot for a cruiser.
That was for you, Mindy.
I don't know. You may as well just shoot, really. I mean, it's 2 resources.
Where is he activated? Oh, his own dock there to build?
I believe. Yeah.
One fighter, I guess.
Yeah, I'll lose a fighter. Not to be a dick, but I'll build with your units now, so you get back.
Not to be a dick has been called. I feel like we're playing the mode where you should be doing it to be a dick.
And Titan's getting some of their plastic back.
Oh, they are getting some back?
1 cruiser, 1 dread, and 1 destroyer.
So he does end up spending it.
2 fighters with the War Sun.
Why? Why would he not use the green and red? There must have been an agreement. I mean, maybe Titans is just letting him sit on all these planets rather than trying to fight back at all, but I don't know that he can.
Yeah, he's not a lot of plastic.
It's interesting how quickly a game can turn, right? You were asking whether Titans was about to be eliminated, and then they just knock off like 20 resources of necroplastic instead.
Right? And now they're just sitting pretty. There is some Cabal there, but they seem to be making deals with Cabal to keep them totally, I mean, I say this with Cabal owning the top of their slice and the side of their slice.
Was the Cabal token in Zunhart lifted by Mahak? I think it might have been.
There as well.
Oh shit!
That might have been Mendy saying, "Hey, you go,
go
do the thing."
This.
Whether or not that was actually agreed upon, it looks like he at least tried to prod him in that direction.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be tempting Titans just to preemptively go in there, right?
You got to do something, but it sounds like what they did is make a deal.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Cabal would not be building here instead of smashing into the home system if there wasn't a deal in place.
Yeah.
Because giving Titans the opportunity to build, 9 more units, I think that home system becomes untakeable at that point. Alright, we're back over on SAR.
Yep. Very tangled web of you do this, I'll do this over here with my heart.
I mean, that's 14 pointers, right?
Yeah.
2-point objectives become so important. You really need to have someone at the table you can work with and plenty of people at the table you can work against.
You need targets. Yeah.
Oh, of course, the Titans Alliance now has been returned from Necro, so it can go on sale. I don't know if anyone's going to be paying any trade goods, though. People pretty cagey around their money.
10 trade good objective comes out.
Hey, we're back.
On the back of a 16 influence. I hope that my tier 2s look like this as extra hero unlocked, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you AFK. Oh, you're in a secret.
Well, maybe not the trade good one. But
yeah.
I'll take the 16 influence.
16 influence. Back it up with 16 resource.
Did you see my whisper?
Oh, you're talking my language.
I did not.
2 faction techs?
Just there now.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be on the table.
Yes.
I felt like I was in such a precarious position round 1 as Extra because they have such a slow start. And I was in between Sardak with Warfare and SAR on my left. And I just thought, you know what? I probably won't even follow tech. I'll just have 1 million money's worth of plastic. The problem is, Extra also only have production 4 in their home system.
It's not huge.
And so after my flagship, there wasn't a lot to build.
Yeah.
And so I did end up following tech, and I'm kind of glad I did, because having AI dev that early meant I got War Sons earlier, and because I got my hero early, I could build my War Sons. And
The thing.
So
there's no token of Cormand.
Yellow.
Was the token ever lifted?
We need some clarification, 4B. Oh, Mahak age.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Even pros whisper themselves.
Oh, and that was on Cormand?
You're so cheap, man. You're cheap. All your deals, you're cheap. Oh, you didn't even. What do you want? What do you want? You didn't even. Can I just? If the viewers at home, can I just say that my pet peeve is people making one-sided offers to me and they don't name their price. And they're like, hey, will you jump for this thing? So in this case, it's Titan saying, do you want my alliance? How high will you jump for it? And I'm like, well, what do you want? And he's like, well, how high would you jump? And I'm like, okay, well, how about this? He's like, no, that's not high enough. How high would you jump?
No, it's not.
I hate it. I hate
it's
it.
It's
You're not the
actually
only
different.
one. You're not the only one. I hate it when people do this in games that I'm in. Make an offer.
You tell him, CoolGuy.
But I don't know what cards, what promissory notes you have, because of course you don't want to deal with trade goods now.
Yeah.
So I need to know what kind of promissory notes are available, and I don't know that, so that's why.
Sounds like a fair point.
Well, it's a fair point. I could still have my rant. My rants don't have to be rational.
I guess that kind of what makes it a rant.
That exactly, by definition. Oh my God, I've just got
I think it was just misplaced. It wasn't the activation. It was activated early because in the
No, it wasn't activated. It wasn't activated. No.
Okay.
Wasn't the ceasefire activation?
Yeah, the ceasefire.
Yes. Thank you. That's what we were just clarifying. So Cormand is not being activated now because there was already a token there. Okay, perfect. Yeah. We are all on the same page. Thank you.
Yep. Oh.
Also, Leonard, we didn't even speak over your rant, so everyone gets the message.
Preserve it for posterity. That I'm a lunatic.
I'll go and clip it after the game.
Okay. Cool. Okay, I tell
To
you.
be honest, though, I kind of agree with him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Some people, I mean, it's a really easy negotiation tactic to not want to speak first, right? But there comes a time where if you're doing the extort, you're gonna have to speak up. You're gonna have to name a price.
Yeah. I like to name a truly extortionate price when I'm
aim high.
Especially if I'm extorting someone as opposed to just like trying to get a good decent deal. I believe I've made the owner of this very Twitch channel pay me
You're just like
6 trade goods and extra more than once in order for me to either activate a home system or not activate one, depending on the case. Big Al once paid me 6 trade goods to take my own home system back.
Yeah, I bet.
Nice. That was Melbourne tournament, right?
What's your
no, that was to not take his home system.
Right.
And then in a TIGL game recently, he paid me to take my own home system back so that I would become a martyr for him. And I refused to do it without being paid because without more money, I was never going to be back in the game anyway because he destroyed my only dock at home.
Let me see here.
Go and get 6 money.
That's it. He gave me the money, which gave me enough plastic to get back in the game, and I managed to win off the back of it.
Game. Look at these fleets.
Yeah, it's very evil. All right, let's.
All right, the old man has finished yelling at clouds, and now we're gonna get to see what them ship do.
Yeah. Watch him just play a boring action card. He's got 3 tokens left.
Who's for purple?
Oh my goodness. Just when we thought there would be action. I'm so surprised there wasn't a deal done with Mahak here to generate money on Sardor.
Yep. You can make it binding.
Yeah, let's make it binding. I'll do it right now. Yeah.
There you go.
I get Yellow's alliance.
Wow. You're playing insubordination on me.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I just fucking messaged you.
Yeah.
I sold you out.
Yeah.
Now Cabal has no tokens. And the Titans Alliance has gone to SAR. And now Titans Home System.
Activate Hope's End.
Safe from Cabal, one assumes.
3 cruisers.
I mean,
infantry.
Man, they're complaining that it is not very cash money of you.
And then I will also exhaust Imperial Arms Vault for an action.
Next thought's already drifting towards the next game.
That's my turn.
What factions might be in play? It's interesting. Waiting for the next review.
I have the sneaking suspicion you've designed this whole tournament in your head. Have you put it on paper yet?
Yeah, it's paper. It's all in a couple of spreadsheets and localized tabletop simulator save files.
So you're saying that if my boys come and rough you up, I might get some early information?
Yeah, that's true. You would have the whole tournament laid out for you.
All right. So now all I need is some boys.
You stole. Well, last game.
And you gotta catch me. I'm pretty quick.
Well, I don't need you. I just need where you live, mate. Sadly, I don't know that either, but it's probably for the best.
Okay.
It's fun. I hopefully, I want this to be a little bit dramatic. So I'm in the if you call the art form with the medium, the combination of factions and slices and the potential dynamics that can happen there, I've hopefully crafted something that takes us some places and forces some interesting situations.
So 4B, we are 2 hours in to session 4 of Game 3.
Yes.
This would be the best place to drop an Easter egg, surely.
Oh, right. What do I do? What do you want to know?
What I want to know might be a little bit skewed as someone competing in the tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who knows me would probably be able to gauge this for a fact anyway, but
It's
Titans are
definitely
not
stall for
in the
stall's
final game.
sake. I'm waiting.
I don't want that shit.
You know there'll be no Titans in the finals.
There'll be 0 Titans in the grand final.
Oh, that's rough for me. I mean, should I be so lucky to make it, I will be very sad. That said, I keep getting put in 6th draft position, so Titans have not been available to me in a long time.
Yeah, well, they won't be.
Well, that's an interesting thing about this tournament, though, isn't it? That draft position is not random after this round.
No, that's it. Only the very last game and the very first round is randomized because your league position determines basically you're the first one into the room. You get to decide where you want to sit, and therefore where you want to be in the draft order. So, depending on what slices are out, depending on what factions are out, depending on who's at your table, you might want to pick first. You might want to pick last. You might want to slot yourself in 5th for some bizarre reason. I just don't know.
Yeah, I generally feel like 3rd or 4th might be
horrible. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of strong on 3rd or 4th.
Oh Jesus, really?
Yeah, I feel like you get enough of everything, but
you got to make the right choices, shall we say? It's easy to make a mistake.
It will depend on what's in the pool, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a pool like this where all the slices are pretty good and all the factions are very good,
yep,
I would just want to be first. I want to take Speaker every time.
Move your units from
and look, I love taking Speaker. So, but a lot of the time Speaker makes it to 3rd. You know, someone sees, oh, that really nice slice. I want to grab that.
Something will catch the eye. A faction is like, oh, I got to play him, or a slice is like, oh, that's just too good.
Titans are there, and you're just like, gotta be Titans.
No,
there will be no Titans in the final.
Didn't make it into this game. Yeah.
That's true. No, Nalu, I think didn't get picked in 2 of the 4 games.
Been interesting. But anyway, we'll come back to that. We've got Titans taking back their shit.
That's it. Cabal, that's it. Well, with
monstering Siandri Zamhak.
With the insubordination on Cabal and negotiations over the home system no longer looming, Titans have used transit diodes to shore up their home system, put their PDS back at home.
Yep.
And they are just going to slam some plastic together. Yep. I think Titans might have their path lined up. They cannot win this round.
No.
It is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
They would get a 2-pointer and 3 secrets to get them to 13.
Yeah.
Well, it's not impossible, but they would need to take Mahak's home system and get the shard. And I'm gonna call that impossible.
Functionally impossible.
It is. In the way that we were talking about them being functionally eliminated, it is functionally impossible for them to win.
Yeah.
However, with 10 trade goods locked up and 2 tech in 2 colors locked up, they win next round. As long as they control their home system.
Oh.
And it is bloody hard to take a Titan's home system.
There's a lot of
stuff. Especially with 2 extra PDS on it.
Yeah.
And transit diodes, so that on their first turn they can just pull everything back.
Okay.
I think the winner of this game might be decided. Full stop. I think it might be decided.
It might be decided. There you go.
I think I was gonna say decided this round, but I think it's already done. I think.
So is the case now if anyone can sneak in before them with some wild Imperial plays or anything, but like
I think someone has to if they want to have a shot, and I don't think Imperial makes it past Esxhaton, let alone SAR.
Yeah, it's one of the first 2 picks. So
and
I'll use Space Cannon.
Maybe Nick holds to his deal and lets SAR take what he wants. So then there could be some public disgrace shenanigans that allow Mahak to open a window for themselves.
Yep. But Titans, very strong position.
But this
couple
is
of
the problem.
Cannons coming in now.
That's it.
I'll use Assault Cannon.
Cannon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I think Esxhaton has this one locked up, to be perfectly honest.
Yep.
AFB.
Yep.
I think you could almost functionally eliminate him, and the almost and the functional would be the problem.
Yes, I do.
He's got that home system.
Yeah.
He can score that last 1 point out. And his home's free. But he does need to score one action phase secret.
Hmm.
Old Duranium.
Which, I mean, he's been holding 3 all game, right? So,
If
not 3 all game. You know what I mean?
He's had 3
Probably
secrets
only
in
holding
him.
2, actually.
I'll take 1.
Oh.
Guy.
And there's 2 in
What's
hand.
going on?
Yeah, fuck it.
Probably getting his 3rd secret draw this round. Might have had
No
Imperial
no
at some
one's
point.
taken Imperial.
Anything of yours? I didn't, did I?
No,
He took custodians, but no one's got an Imperial point.
Yeah.
All right. Bugs away.
Which one?
Maybe he couldn't follow 1 round and it's only been picked 3 times.
Yeah.
2 times.
2 hits.
I'll just take 2 hits. It's fine.
Interesting. Yeah, we had assumed he was sitting on the 3 secrets
Yeah.
he needed.
Trade good.
But maybe this game is not as locked up as we thought.
I mean,
I have
Imperial
to presume.
still yet to pop this round, so.
Oh, right. Imperial has not yet popped this round. Sorry,
No,
I thought it was not picked this round, but of course it was. It was picked by Nick, and he's been holding it off until he can retake his home, and then set up his second score, presumably.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving the
What's he
camera
getting?
around
Has
a
he got a
little
1
too
point
much.
out there?
I need to set up some presets so I don't have to give everyone motion sickness watching this.
Well, 3 planets that have tech specialties. I don't think he has that. He could have 2 units in.
I'm not sure he has
legendaries,
3
anomalies.
planets, does he?
No.
Just...
Nebula. If he can find somewhere to park a ship over a legendary or mechatol or an anomaly,
Home planet.
not really anything close to him, to be honest.
The truly impressive play would have been spending 26 for 4 points.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got that in the bag, so... Oh,
Perhaps.
Maybe he does? Oh no, he's going to build some units by the look of it. I was, of course, looking at the extra board like a non-extra board, and I was like, oh, he'll have like 10 influence with those 2 planets, or 3 planets. He would have had 16 influence with 3 planets alone.
Exactly.
5, 10, oh, not quite, 14. He's not like that far off, but it does look like he's going to build some units. It's probably wise in his position.
I mean, he's been plastic light the whole game.
I'll put 1 guy at home.
Okay. So what is Cabal doing without a token? They haven't vortexed yet this round.
And I'll just vortex.
Yeah. Oh, he was transit dieting himself out of his home system and onto his docks. So whatever this gamble was to take Zanhag, presumably to set up the home system grab, it sure didn't pay off.
Oh no, it did not.
I was really convinced it wasn't coming, given that he just sat there with letting Titans have the home system open to build for so long. But then having the insubordination play makes me think that it wasn't negotiated, and he was just waiting for more juice.
Yeah. I don't know. I was really expecting grab drive as
that's
tech,
it.
And then for that entire fleet at the tip of Titan Slice to roll on in.
And don't get me wrong, Fighter 2, a wonderful Cabal tech. They are very good at having lots of fighters everywhere, and making them hit more is good.
Yes.
They may be less interested in the ability to fly them solo.
Yeah, curious. Curious plays. A man bear. Scoring 16 influence, I think. Looking at the planets he has unspent. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
15, 16.
Alright,
Exactly.
Saf finally retaking Lazar from Mahat. And that gets him a trade good.
All important 1 resource planet back, but yes, 1 trade good.
Just want to follow proper sequence because I'm not calling that my final movement yet. There is a world. There is a silly world. What we got?
I wonder if there's a way
1
for me to have 2 copies of Tabletop Simulator open.
Yeah.
It would be really nice to not give everyone motion sickness, as I've said.
Right.
I think I might be able to...
Well, hold on a second. 1,
borrow a laptop.
2.
from someone I live with in order to zoom around so I can see what I want to see.
Sure.
Leave the stream seeing something less vomitous.
Mm.
Oh, it looks like Sarah even agreed to give back Honor Law to the Esxhaton. That surprises me.
Yeah. Board just resetting to its default state. Everyone going back to their own slices and playing nice.
Maybe
As
they
we
felt,
get towards the end of the game.
Yeah, maybe they felt like they were just too light.
Let's. All right, I'm gonna do a build in my turn while I put my build together.
Mendy sending a little drop in the ocean to Nick. I wonder whether that was about which strategy card to pick next round.
I'm gonna use okay.
Or it might have been a
Bro.
response to Nick saying, "Can he have a medal for the quickest turns?" And honestly,
Yeah.
he absolutely can in this game. There have been some
Use the hero.
Lengthy negotiations.
Yep.
Roll a blue
Secret chats in and out every turn.
grab light wave and 4 trade goods.
Ah,
Indeed,
this
as we
is extra
suspected.
hero.
The Necro hero, yeah.
Oh shit!
Got his trade goods.
Yeah, that's his trade goods and
Oh, crap.
light wave.
Why
And
trade for is it a combine? I never remember the.
Sure is.
Combined, is it? Is that right?
I think so.
I believe it
I'm
is.
not sure.
Sure is, yeah. Perfect. And do I get an AC for that as well? An action card?
Wait.
That's a good question.
Yes, you are gaining tech. All right, thanks, Muff. I'll grab an AC.
1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
4.
Okay, yep. Yep, thank you.
You sling relay?
Nick, jump.
Am I back?
You are back, indeed. I was letting the table express their dismay at Necro using their hero, which most of them had forgotten about. They did not see the backup path to 10 trade goods for Necro. I think Titans thought that Waylay had put the damper on Necro scoring this round.
Yeah, no.
That said, the Necro home system is looking a little light.
Are we cool for the rest of the round?
Yeah, extra. Can they get there?
Let me think. Can I make it?
Titans, a few activations away.
Mm-hmm. Well, really only one. There's no ships above Centauri Graal. There's only 5 infantry there. That's a beatable amount of infantry.
Yeah.
Necro renowned for being able to hold their home system because the Alistor is so disgusting.
Yeah.
I did say there'd be no spoilers
I guess
for what happened in the Tsar vs Necro fight. But I will repeat, the Alistor is disgusting.
You have fighter? What?
I have fighter too.
Oh, okay. Then maybe I'll sling another destroyer to kill more fighters.
They want to just be chill. We can be chill. It's fine now.
If I'm chill this round, you will not be chill next round. So
No, if you attack me this round, I'll have nothing to do next round but go for your home system. If you leave me alone, then we can be chill. I don't care.
You're never chill. You took
No,
my
man.
stuff.
No. I'm happy for you to win if I can score 2-pointers. Like, it's fine. But if you're going to stop me scoring 2-pointers, then my only interest will be in taking your home system. Like, as it is now, I'm chill with you taking back this system because I can still score. But if you try and fuck me further than next round, all I'm going to do is try and take Alicia.
There it is. The big threat.
I can just give you this bruiser now and we can be chill for the rest of the round.
The Manbear sounds like he was resigned to letting Titans win this game and trying to get as many league points as he could.
Scoring a 2-pointer from now.
And it now makes a little bit of sense out of
a reasonable end game score. And I still do think you'll win, but that's chill. But, you know.
It's an interesting statement to make.
Now it's like, nah.
I'm okay to let you win.
Yeah.
Then
there is some meta considerations to be made.
Maybe that's what he has to say to not be pushed further back by Titans here.
I mean, it absolutely is. But it also might be true. I mean,
Can I track
Yeah.
the problem?
he's going to have a higher initiative than Titans.
Blue and white that really like.
If his path is to 12 or 13, that's a good score.
That stupid
Yeah.
cruiser.
And Titans caving after all that.
Yay,
For a cruiser.
2 point.
all I want.
I would have asked for it all back. Give me my plastic
Yeah, right.
back.
Yeah.
Because you would have got it all back hitting that dock.
More than likely. Well, oh yeah, well if you take the dock, absolutely.
And I assume that's where he was headed rather than the War Sun and the flagship.
Yeah.
That seems like a... yeah, he's got a lot of Destroyer 2s, and there aren't that many fighters there.
I'm doing a build at home.
Nick.
Got a bunch of plastic.
Dumping that plastic. And as we said, he's got Imperial to score the 10 trade goods. But can he actually score, make history? He's got the Nebula. Where does he get a second?
He's possibly looking at Sakulag Lazar. If he can take the airspace there, that counts. Because Sakulag has Nanoforge, but I don't.
While we were listening to that tense negotiation between Titans and Cabal,
yes,
Extra and Mahak did sneak off to a secret chat for a little bit.
There you go.
So
there is an unlocked fleet of Extra over the triple system of Baden and Loki and all that sort of stuff.
But it can't get to Mechatol.
It can get to Lazar, Sakulag.
It can get to Lazar, Sakulag. But that's not an anomaly.
It's a legendary.
Oh, Sakulag has the...
Nanoforge.
The Nanoforge. He doesn't even need the ground. He just needs to win that fight.
Win the air, yeah. Which is tough, because there's a good chunk of fighters there.
A lot of fighters, but not a lot of, like, heavy hitters behind them.
Yeah. And he can roll in with a War Sun, potentially the flagship if he's got a grav drive, which he doesn't.
He does not have grav drive, but my guess, if that's his play, he must have a flank speed. If that's his play. Or, I don't know if it's worth it for a 1 point, but it might be in Nick's specific situation where he just needs to scrabble as many league points as possible. He could do it in 2 because he has the Dominus Orb.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
Which actually does give him access to Mechatol as an option.
Yeah.
Was that your final movement?
Curious. Let's see. Nick's got moves to make.
What do you pay for?
No, he's already activated the Nebula.
Yeah, I didn't hear any final movement.
I went through all the steps going through to production as well.
Fine.
He didn't pull me up.
I'll let you handle this one for me.
Adjudicators there.
What now?
Good answer. Dad, they're fighting. They're supposed to fight.
What was there, by the way, just after the movement?
Oh yeah, 2 fighters.
Doesn't matter then.
I see. This is through the B hole. There are only 2 fighters or something there. But...
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. It's also my fault.
Fuck me again.
Installed out the Imperial. Well played. You fucked me.
It's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to qualify for a point.
I don't even care.
Doesn't look like it's even going to happen now.
Are we going to see a 5-point swing for total?
How many trade? You have trade goods. That's your point. You're stalling just for the sake of stalling.
No, that's my status phase point.
Yeah.
You know they are interchangeable, buddy. You can score that now and.
Esxhaton clearly not aware that Nick.
I see what you're trying to do.
Oh, there we go. Now it's clocked on.
Yeah, he's just saying that, of course, they're interchangeable. He could be scoring the 10 trade goods any time, but of course he wants to have one that isn't locked up.
Yeah.
That he can score off Imperial. Or he wants everyone past. And I think that's pretty reasonable.
That's also very wasteful. When you're holding Imperial, it's delicate, right? You want to control as many variables as you can. My God, pressure muffin.
Whisper blue.
Oh goodness! Listen, I have homemade dumplings with homemade chili sauce in front of me,
Oh,
and you got to be kidding if you think I'm not going to
unbelievable.
at least eat one or two of them while they're hot.
Yeah.
No, you got it. Right, I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to talk about them. Go ahead and have a snack. You snack.
Sounds like.
Yeah. Purple and yellow whispers always, constantly going back and
Sounds
forth.
like
and
Sar and Mahaks are about to go back at it.
Yeah. Have an activation. Do it.
Not yet, but we had a whisper, and the response from Mendy was
Are on
go at it or something like
Quan
that.
alone, shooting out of Quan to the beta, shooting to the beta.
Oh, just two.
Just two.
With Esxhaton. Yeah. Shots into the beta.
You want to lose my alliance already?
No, I don't want to.
How is he getting into the beta? He doesn't have Lightwave.
I can still touch your units, right?
They all avoided getting Lightwave. Like anything can stop
Depends where you touch them.
Necro from getting Lightwave.
I'm not touching them with a token.
I mean,
that beautiful blue skip.
Yeah, Necro.
I mean, they like to be touched.
Sar just constantly agonizing over every movement, and
yeah.
I don't know. I think he's just trying to not step on toes, but that's not at all what he's doing. He's just very calculating.
I don't know anyone who plays like that.
No.
Can we go to a secret?
Not even a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think there's a point in your development as a TI player where you have enough experience to know that you're like getting good, but maybe not like as good as the people you want to be playing with necessarily. And I think this happens in a lot of competitive ventures, but I think I've experienced it recently in TI where
unless CoolGuy's got a deal for me,
people start to think you're good as well, and you want to live up to that hype.
Well, he was asking about,
and it can make the decision paralysis excruciating.
Just folds in on itself.
Yeah, no.
Like a bad acid trip.
That's it. And you need to find a way to let go of that pressure, I think. And just accept that no one is actually that good at this game.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason I'm not playing in this tournament. But, aside from that, you're right. You're right.
There's too much to think about. And except, of course, for Moon, the Warlord, no one is that good at this game. No one sees all the angles.
Well, that's what this tournament's about. Let's find out who sees the most angles.
Yeah, I mean, I have some suspicions about who I think see the most angles. There's a couple of them in contention.
We'll see what circumstances. Maybe we'll see some people not get that final game because they get a little bit cucked. Could be fun. Could be spicy. I was going somewhere with this just to give you an opportunity to chuck a
That's all right. Well, there's something interesting about a tournament like this where points matter and the metagame between games matters.
All of a sudden you put a structure across multiple games and the whole dynamic of TI4 can change. So
it's not just about winning this game.
Yeah. This is essentially, in the format that we're playing here, with 3 league rounds, you can almost think of it as one long 45-point game, essentially. And at the end of that, game is ultimately where you're going to be, and your pathway through to the finals and stuff like that. So a lot to consider. It doesn't just end at the end of, it's not a sprint to 14 points. You're trying to maximize points in every single window you have to get points.
That's it. That said, if you can get that 14th point in a game sooner rather than later, that slows down everyone else in that game, right?
Yeah. But you denying people points, denying people the
Especially, I think, in this tournament, where it's just raw points. It's not... You are, that's right. I'm not trying to talk over you, but with the lag, I thought I might take over. This tournament is just raw points, and so point denial is very effective, and every point you can sneak in under the bar is like, it's actually a pretty big deal, because the difference between, I mean, 6th and 7th place, which is whether you make the freebie semi-final or whatever, is that could be 1 point. And I think it will be very realistic that that's likely to be 1 point.
There's 5 tiers of tie breaking, and I think in a lot of positions we're going to have to use 1, 2, if not 3 of them.
My guess is first and last in the full 24.
Yep.
We won't need any tiebreakers.
That'll be.
I think there'll be one person who manages to win 2, even 3 games, God forbid, but probably 2 games, and that person will take out the top spot, unless they get truly demolished in the other game.
Yeah, because that would be 2 wins, 2 clean wins is 30 points straight up. So.
Oh, that's right. There's an extra 1 point for a win, isn't there?
1 point for the victory. Yeah.
So then you only really need to get to like 10, 11, 12 to be uncatchable.
We'll see if the player base, picks up on this as we get into the end, maybe, of game 2. Maybe the more savvy players are looking at this going into game 2.
It's interesting because I know there are players like Jezza, for example, phenomenal TI player, one of the best, I would say, and I don't think many people would argue with it. But I think he doesn't like this kind of.
Did I miss my
metagame?
Hates it. Always states that every game should be played on its own, which is why I've deliberately said.
What have you done?
Well, there's no. But
very overtly stated
the problem
multiple times. You should consider that.
At the start.
The problem is there's no tournament structure which accommodates that.
Too late. Yeah, but you're not. Who the fuck is Jake Chisel? Who the fuck is that guy?
I believe they might need another.
That guy. That's that old guy who did the old league.
Oh, what I need. All right, let me listen.
Weird shit in it. All right, so
that was hectic.
That was fucking hectic.
So 4B, CoolGuy's placed a token. Has he missed his chaos mapping window?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yep. All right. So.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Not only the right call, but the correct call as well.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So where were we? I think when I was lagging out.
Oh, we were just talking a little bit about.
Oh, hang on.
Tournament structure.
Yep. All right.
Oh, and
go.
Has self-assembly been missed? I mean,
going
absolutely. Yeah. If it was the previous turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I'm going to leave
a warfare build floating or something
because of capacity.
Like
Holy
Where is
shit!
this fleet going?
No, I'm not. I'm leaving more. I'm leaving.
Can I not see where the activation is?
I gotta look at fucking SAR. I gotta look at my resource spend.
Oh, is he going into the asteroid field?
7, which means
there's a token in the asteroid field.
I think he might have just placed that one.
All right, so I gotta leave 2 ships.
Oh yeah. It's showing up here in the warp as the active system.
All right, I'm gonna leave 2 ships. I'm just gonna pick everything up first.
Only leaving some token resistance behind.
And then I'm gonna move 2 of the ships back.
I think this is fine, right? Like dropping the ships isn't declaring final movement. Saying that's what's moving is final movement.
This one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Until you say final movement, you're free to, you do your calculations, right? You move stuff in, you move stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, the token is there, and that's the important part.
You can help it.
What's that?
Just my message to Mindy.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who can help.
Yeah.
All right. So.
God, am I through the rapids?
And then I'm going to do production.
Torrents of
production gets me a trade good.
Lag just keep coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's the struggles of Australian internet, really, isn't it?
This is the true hell mode, right? We play with this every day.
That's it. Australia is the hell mode. The way we play is just a product of our environment.
Yeah.
I don't think this build is going to be all that interesting.
No.
So I might jump back to what we were talking about, which is about like tournament meta structure. There are some players who, some of the best individual game of TI players I know, but they don't care or want to care about something like tournament meta. And I wonder how much it will impact them in a tournament like this, because if say a player like Jezza, incredibly good at the game, it's not unreasonable to think he might be someone who wins his first 2 games.
Putting him on the ground.
How much does the Hell Mode Invitational... Well, yeah, how much does the Hell Mode Invitational incentivize his neighbors in Game 3 to double team him? I would say in a lot of competitive games, this would be like considered collusion. I don't know that that's a problem, the way that this tournament is structured. You tell me, as the tournament organizer, is that intentional?
I mean, almost encouraged. Yeah, definitely. One of my most favorite things, tell me if I'm lagging or breaking up.
You're
by
fine.
The way. When, the weekend sport is done and you look at the paper, or how fucking old am I? Sorry, you go online and you check all the sports results and you look at the ladder and you're like, oh, that's what that means. And then you project forward and you're like, okay, so this team needs to beat this person and blah, 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 blah. And so in those sports, you don't really have an opportunity to collude like that. But looking at the ladder and projecting what you need to do in a given game to get yourself up a position and that kind of stuff, I'm all for it. I think that adds a layer of intrigue to, the game itself. And so, no, I don't think it's collusion. Or I think it is collusion. But going back to what I said about the league round essentially being one long game, right? If someone like Jezza comes out and wins their first 2 games, they're sitting on 30 points. Consider it one long game. That's just your neighbor getting out.
Just hold for one
10
moment.
points while you're still sitting on 6, right?
I want to continue this conversation, but we almost saw another disaster for Necro just there.
Activating the wormhole?
They activated the wormhole, which looks like another safe place to go to try and grab that tech. There were two PDS shots through the wormhole, and I think Necro had forgotten about Graviton, because when Titans said, I will use Graviton, I could feel my heart leap out of my chest.
Oh, nice.
I can only imagine that Zorp felt somewhat similarly, because he does not have Fighter 2 yet.
Getting the tech at the end there.
Now, I imagine this is Assault Cannon, unless he needs one of these other techs, for something specific. Sling Relay could be a choice.
Sling Relay, always a stall, unlock plastic, pretty nice.
You could go for his 5th unit upgrade with Destroy 2. He is yet to announce it. I don't want to... I mean, they were talking about it being a move for tech. He's yet to...
That looks like I don't have to go there anymore.
I'm just sort of waiting.
Oh, but... Yeah, that's...
I don't want to...
Now we can be chill.
No.
We don't want to influence the game.
Oh, yeah.
And this token being dropped, kind of...
Yeah, unless like there's a discussion going on about the tech.
Yeah.
And Titans are moving coming back in.
Straight back in.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
final movement.
It looks like a missed window to me.
Yeah.
And he's just fed the action phase to Titans. He's given him the perfect place to score Demonstrate Your Power.
Sorry, guys.
Space Cannon.
Zorp did just say something. I think it might have been about the tech.
0 hits.
I mean, I don't think the Space Cannon mattered there.
Oh, fuck.
But Assault Cannon into any fighter barrier.
Imagine that got 2 hits. That would have been very clean.
I thought it was going to be honest.
Yeah.
There you go, 2 hits non-stop for 5 rounds while he misses.
Yeah. He needs to get 3 hits because of the sustained. There it is. Let's see it.
Action phase.
And
Titans?
I don't demonstrate my power.
Oh, he does not demonstrate his power.
Really?
Cheeky sod.
Right. Imperial.
Oh.
Imperial pop.
So why does he need that beta?
I'm spending 10 trade
I'm
goods.
sure I will draw it now.
Is this everybody's first third?
Yeah, I think so.
He doesn't have an alpha, so it's not that.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh wait, yes he does. He's on Malice.
Ah, you're up first.
Oh, I missed the activation of Malice.
I
Oh, yeah,
haven't drawn
Green.
it.
Sorry.
Or has he always been on there? I'm not sure.
No, there's a token there.
Just score extra.
I scored 10 trade goods.
That's what I thought.
Did you move your tokens?
Yes.
Just don't remember who else was holding it.
Right. You have minus.
I'm not discarding that.
All right. I have drawn, and I am not discarding.
Oh,
They're
that
doing
was-
the little secret objective dance.
Yep.
And Titans do still have one token left on their board, so they can set themselves up for if they draw something that is scoreable.
Action phase, they can Hail Mary.
Okay.
You drawing
Yeah.
Esxhaton?
Yes, I did.
You done?
My guess is if he finds an action phase is he tries to hold it one more round.
Mm.
Okay.
He has
Status
enough
phase.
money here to build a shitload at home. He wants to set up a status phase now and a status phase next round with one action phase.
Was that you, Nick?
Yes.
Because he can't get there until status phase next round anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's no point putting himself up the scoreboard when he doesn't need to.
I don't have to
That's
be a
it.
positive sentimeter, but
That pushes it in their direction. Yeah.
But yeah, I like what you said about the 45-point game, as it were. Look,
Yeah, the analogy is, if you're sitting next to a neighbor, and they're on 8 points, you're on 4, you got to do something about them.
yeah.
So come the start of that third game, if you're in a position where you might be able to push yourself into the final by stopping someone else, and your neighbor on the other side of said player is in the same position, why not?
well, the structure of the soon to culminate Australian League is somewhat similar. Instead of it being raw number of points, it's sort of points as a percentage of how many points were scored.
Total points in a game, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
in some ways even more heavily incentivizes point blocking, though I don't
Oh,
think
it does.
that was
Yeah.
necessarily played into by a lot of people.
Yes.
It certainly does encourage you to get to 8 or 9 every game. And as the person sitting in second on that table with one round to go, I can say that getting to 9 each game is a lot easier than getting to 10.
Yeah, getting to 10 once.
You only need to get to 10 a couple times to be up there.
Yeah.
And then getting seated to the right of the person above you on the table and eliminating them after a very long war.
What
No,
the fuck has just happened? How has Minnie gotten that money?
Why?
because you gain commodities,
Yeah,
right? So you gain
seven,
first
halve it.
3
Oh,
commodities.
he just got Sar heroed
So you halve it.
Right.
for $1 million.
Oh, wow.
You can do a transaction with him,
Oh,
right?
can
You
I?
gain the first 3
Oh, we can
commodities,
gain
you do the
more.
transaction, and then the rest you have to sort it out yourself.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so we get
correct.
2 extras. Sweet. Thanks, Sexy.
Oh yeah,
The first 3 come through.
First 2. Is it first 3?
first, I mean, I believe that you can do a transaction while you're resolving this or
Okay.
not, or maybe not.
Yeah, you can.
Because
I
you
would think-
destroy one by one, right?
Um,
And then you do a transaction. And
Well, they
Yeah.
wouldn't be destroyed all by one.
well, they are destroyed all at once, but the Crimson Legionnaire ability triggers one by one.
Right, okay.
For this,
Oh, yeah, because you can gain.
Would you like me
then
to
convert,
speak?
Gain, convert. Yeah.
Whatever the deal.
Our understanding in the council chambers is that whilst all of them are destroyed at the same time, each individual Crimson Legionnaire trigger happens one at a time. Because it says after this unit is destroyed, gain one
They
commodity.
can do a transaction in between these triggers, right?
There is, between each individual gaining of commodity, there is a window for a transaction.
Yeah. Okay, so you can do that.
Are you serious? We can wash every single one?
No, because you can only make one transaction. If he was doing deals with other people, he could potentially do 5 transactions. But...
He gains 3 trade goods and you do the transaction, right?
Okay, and then half of this.
And then half of this.
I'll do one batch of
I'll step out.
for you, Mendy.
No,
That's a very interesting
Wow.
offer. Why?
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Cabal, Manbear, what are you doing?
Why?
It's just so confusing.
Why,
Yeah.
man?
For you,
Yep.
man.
He says you washed me earlier.
Right.
Goodwill,
Yeah.
even in hell.
Keep these guys in reserve for Man Bear's wash.
And then you have 4 pure trade goods here, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, 4.
And these are not.
I
part of this.
Hero, huh? Jesus.
Oh, Moon makes a point, and I'll have to step in here.
These guys are on
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
they're not doing it yet.
Oh, I
They're
see.
aware of
So the last 3 are being saved to be washed with
Our 3
Cabal.
commodities will be on
All right.
mark sheet.
Good.
So, there you go.
Just wanted to make sure we were addressing the concern in chat, of course, that because Sara is the active player, there can't be another transaction mid
Oh, sorry.
mid destructions.
So exactly.
Nick pointing out in chat that it's a very creative use of the star hero, and I've never seen it before.
Wait,
And that gets
okay,
both Sar and Mahak.
just I think I
To the 2-pointer.
It sure does.
took a peek at what.
And I imagine that was what all those secret chats were about.
Maybe I just did.
They were talking about how to set it up on Saldor, but this hero is.
What?
I mean, I love to see this as Mahak as well, because not only is it
Exactly.
getting them both to their 2-pointer.
It's not that one, right?
I don't have it. No.
Okay, no, because like
No, I
simply
don't have it. I
cannot
deleted that ages ago.
It is also taking Sar's hero off the board,
not even
which is
hold it.
one of the few ways to open a window into Mahak's home system.
Cool.
And it ain't going to come up next round. Very, very, very interesting play.
No, we can't.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, no, then I just didn't see it correctly.
Oh yeah, gotcha. But I want to do it again next round.
They want to print more money. Now, there's something I'm missing because I only see 9 trade goods on Mahak's sheet.
I think he's betting influence.
I see. Yes, indeed. Ixta and Mechatol are both unspent. And he only needs...
And now you can fleet logistic into his home system.
Well, that would be...
Yeah. Does he have Dominus Orb? Dominus
Doesn't have Dominus Orb, and also there is a mech in there, I don't think.
It's whispered you, Mendy.
Sar hacked frenemies.
I mean, it's been a pretty volatile relationship.
It has.
I would not be happy.
But they found their way to work together.
Do what you have to do. But I'll be putting up a fight.
Currently on Necro. Necro looking like there.
Oh, that someone is talking about trying to go for his home?
Yep.
Who can do it? He has the Necro token, he has the Wraith token, he has the Sar token.
I don't think he would. I don't think it'd be worth it, to be honest.
He has the Titans token, though he hasn't got the Titans commander. Oh, that's because it's up near his build area.
Bonus?
No, he does not have
Except
the Esxhaton token, and the Esxhaton cannot get there. Even with Dominus Orb, I don't believe. Maybe if he had Grave Drive, he could get a single war on there. That might be enough.
Play a war effort.
Oh, here we go.
Any Sabo?
The Cruiser. Necro?
No.
Put a Cruiser. Yeah.
I go for Titans after this with the fast token. What will they do?
I thought you said what?
It has to be a build at home, surely, right?
Makes sense.
I don't know what else you're saving these 10 resources of planets for, because they're not being spent on influence. In fact, he's already scored the influence.
Yeah. The layout of his hand is giving me an aneurysm.
Who's that? Oh, I see. Yes, he's mixed his action cards and secrets and promissories. I wonder whether there's a method to that madness.
Yeah, maybe some are helping
Whether-
him score those specific secrets or something like that.
Something like that. Or whether it's
Just true chaotic neutral.
We just activate
That's it.
common build.
I love that he says it in a way like it wasn't
Yeah.
like he has another option.
Foregone conclusion, right? I think he's just trying to see if he can get any plastic back from Cabal.
Right. Does he need it? What can he build? He's got one dread, a destroyer. I mean, this might just be like a carrier and a a dreadnought, a destroyer,
Yeah.
a carrier, and just a fuck ton of fighters.
Yeah.
Or he tries to get big on the ground. I mean, he's still got a mech left. He could go mech and just 8 infantry.
I think, maybe you do the ground, right? You got 2 PDS there.
I mean, yeah, that home system looks incredibly difficult to take.
Yeah.
Even with War Suns allowing bombardment, I mean, you can just sustain all those PDS. He's got transit diodes. He can pull more of them back. I mean, this game, like I said, it's near impossible to stop Titan's win now.
It's looking very nice for him.
Yeah, with that,
Looking very nice.
he that home system needed to be taken this round, not next. What are they doing? Oh, he's paying a trade good for a cruiser back?
Ah.
Oh.
Pretty good deal, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll build.
They're mini dreadnoughts, so even at free cost, they're
Yeah. You don't hate it. 10 resource build coming up.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Yep.
As I was saying before, I sort of inadvertently fell into one of those tournament math scenarios where in second place in the Australian League, I was sat to the right of the person in first place, and and he was starting to run away with the game in round 2 or 3. He was like Cabal, and someone had let him sit on Mechatol for 3 rounds, and I was like, I'm Arborek. It takes me a while to get going, but I'm going now. And if you want me to not eat your slice, you're gonna have to pay me and give me a ceasefire. Yeah. And I feel like that's a very Arborek thing to do. And he declined, thinking that the attrition of Cabal could out-attrition Arborek. And he was sadly mistaken.
Oh no.
Because Arborek, especially with the Titans Alliance, get a lot of free builds.
Yeah, and a 14-pointer. Like, that's tasty.
That's it. And I'll tell you what, having 2 slices in a 14-pointer is not a bad spot to be in.
That's handy.
I was very close to closing that game out in round 7 with because 2 control 2-pointers came up.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, round 6.
Yeah.
Was it round 6 or round 7? I can't remember. I was very close to closing it out, but the whole table managed to just winslate me. And we're now going into the final round where both Nalu and Hakan have to be winslayed, and then Titans is ahead of me, so I'm not sure.
All coming to the boil.
That's it. I think I might be holding on to my 13 points.
Yeah.
For pure joy.
The
Esxhaton moving out.
Take the mech.
This looks like a setup for Dominus Orb to me.
Yes, it does.
That's my final movement.
Tsar still have... Oh no, it's all locked down.
It is.
Tsar is all locked down.
Esxhaton going to have to overcome 7 fighters.
Yeah.
Couple of cruisers. Carrier and a destroyer. Interesting.
I mean, it's not just what's in this locked system, though. The War Sun joins them, right?
Yeah.
And the reason he leaves it back is so that nothing can sneak through.
No, it's not nowhere really.
I think we're probably going to see the War Sun move on in.
The War Sun, the flagship.
Yeah.
And whatever else gets in there. I mean, he's got 7. He's got 6 in fleet. He can just move the whole lot.
Right. Okay. Cool.
He doesn't need a planet either, right? He just
Oh, just needs the estate.
What did you say?
Dick move.
Dick move.
Dick move is what he said. Sick.
Here we go.
Talk about.
New Albion Star Point activated by the Mahat.
Yeah.
After I watch those commodities for you.
Goodwill does not go far at this table.
I wonder I wonder whether this is a bit of Hollywooding and this was organized.
I'll make it up to you another time.
Yeah.
Another game.
Doesn't look like it, does it? Looks like this is a land grab.
Yeah, we're seeing a mech come in. Possibly just some infantry.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no. All right. The fleet's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big grab.
Yeah.
And he's got a couple tokens left. He can build some more after as well.
Is he going for Cabal's home system?
Now, this is an interesting question.
That was going to be where I spent the token that Leonard in.
Well, but no, I have to ask what happens if you miss the trigger on Crimson Legionnaires to return them to your home system. It is not.
I mean,
it is
they just
not,
go there, don't they?
It is not a May.
Yeah. So that just happened.
Right. So
because currently Mendy should be chucking them on, shouldn't he?
it should happen before he places a token, and he's already placed a token.
I can always come back and do it again.
I don't know what the lay it play it rules are there on a condition that is a must.
Yeah, it's a must, so it should just happen. After start your next turn. Yeah, so that's now.
Alrighty, let's duke it out.
All right. I would declare a retreat.
Burner's saying infantry at home.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's past the window at the start of your next turn.
Isn't it a must?
It's a must. That's why they die if you cannot.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. If you don't control your home system,
yeah,
I believe is what Esxhaton is referring to, and they can't return, then they are lost for good.
Bombard. Damn it.
Tell you what, those homemade dumplings were delicious, but not as delicious as these planets are going to be.
Oh, nice one. You have
like
the green later on.
It looks like he's only going for Star Point. Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Interesting.
Hey man, we're cool.
Could
Coming
be
back next round, you realize.
could be 4 hazardous planets.
I understand.
Yeah.
We get it.
Actually,
that's my guess.
third, fourth, third.
Space Lawyer in chat. Nice to see you, Space
I get
Lawyer.
to explore it next round.
Has secret. Yeah, that's exactly what.
Oh, did I roll? I didn't get a hit.
No, it's Bombard.
Yeah, right.
I think he might have been trying to score those 4 hazardous for a while. I think that might have been what the invasion of Laser Saculag was meant to score him last round.
Ah, right.
All right.
Oh no, but he didn't want to take the
Pretty sure
because he's got charred.
I'm passing.
Oh, of course, he wouldn't want the legendary planet.
Oh yeah, I also lost this red.
Oh yeah, yep.
Well,
Thanks.
Where are we at? Okay, we're at Star.
Moon has suggested in chat that it might make for some very interesting gameplay if people were allowed to forget their must timing windows.
It would.
This was a thing in Magic the Gathering for a long time, is if you miss your timing windows, regardless of whether they were like musts or mays, that you...
I mean, I'd be tempted to go with that, but I feel like that would just cause massive riots.
I mean, if there was a tournament to do it in, this might be it. But
Yeah.
it would be very rough in situations like that. I remember it came to the forefront of Magic the Gathering discussions because there were a series of cards called the Pacts. And if you forgot to pay for them on your next turn, you lost the game.
Oh, right.
And you had to do it before you drew a card. And people's body memory is that they start their turn and draw a card.
Yeah.
And so many games at competitive level were lost to people drawing their card before paying for their pack.
That's it. Just drawing it and going, immediately.
Yeah. And it led to like this system where people would like put a paperweight on top of their deck whenever they played a pact so that they didn't forget. And I believe those rules
If you're making, right?
were loosened even at competitive level.
I mean,
but it's been a long time since I played Magic competitively.
yeah, it's
I
after.
always wanted to get into it, but never actually managed to do it.
Beautiful game.
But anyway, we have Necro dropping tokens on
That's
Rigel.
right. Yeah, they've made a big activation here on the Riders, which could take marked off 3 reds. 4 reds, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
What can get there?
And I will take a
Oh, these
fighter if you bring 1 cruiser.
He's not mecking.
Appreciate that.
Just here for tech.
I was hoping.
Oh, he's here for the tech.
I'd like to think that I've been good to the necrovirus.
You have been very good. You have.
The Necro is just trying to
Is he
farm
up to
some
your
tech.
crimsons?
I've
I
already
have
got him.
no idea.
Oh, you got him.
God, only bringing one Saturn is...
Wow.
How many hits
That's
did you
so risky. What if it missed?
Right, I'll grab biostims.
He's after biostims.
Ah.
Oh, is that what you're after?
Does he
Yeah.
want 3 influence? Does
I
he
thought you were
want
gonna take the
self-assembly again, like we talked about?
No
Yeah.
way. No way.
I mean,
Oh, AI
it's...
dev. Get
Yeah,
some.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
some
Sorry,
crack out
yeah,
of AI dev again.
that's what I meant. AI dev.
Search for him.
Yeah, it looks like he is trying to biostims AI dev for huge builds.
Oh, I love it.
Because he's already scored the influence, of course.
Done.
Ah, what a grab! What a tech grab! Single cruiser across the universe.
God,
Love it.
I mean, I think it's absurd.
Activating.
I mean, I
Here we
understand they did a
go.
deal to only bring in one and he'd kill a fighter if it happened, but
Pillaging Dominus
God,
Orb.
the
There
chances
it
of...
is. Extra, move it in.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, as we
Lazar,
suspected,
thank you, lag.
he's just
I'll
trying to
just
get
leave
that
it around so I can
airspace for
read
a
the
point.
text. I just move and transport. Okay, with tokens. Cool.
So just remember, this is up before moving. So if there are other after activation, they should be before.
Not from me, but
I think it is.
are you doing any after activation stuff?
No, no, I'm
Right.
not.
All right, so I'll. It's just going to be space combat, so I'll just move into here.
Everything coming from...
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Oh, Nick.
Pretty big.
Making the move and not remembering what your fleet is.
What's my fleet? Look, I'll let him off on that one. That's a very common.
I've
phrase
been
to
there.
come out of my mouth.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
You
I
are
mean, he's probably been staring at
What?
the system
And
all round, right? Thinking, okay, that's the path. That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to win this space combat. And CoolGuy asks, are you bringing the war sign? He's like, well, yeah, of course.
After I gave you speaker. I don't know if it's a dick move. I think
It's not a...
I have no place
I mean,
to talk.
he has to see what this is about.
I think it's a little less extreme than taking your home or taking my home system.
Yeah, that's true.
More fighters than I need, and actually more than I can bring.
I did it.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
He has 6 on the war sun
Cruiser
and
2,
3 on
what's
the... No, he has normal cruisers, but he has a flagship with 3 capacity.
Probably not.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to exhaust Graviton
Oh, Nick.
and Space Cannon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. He's not giving him that shot to retreat. That's interesting.
I
have...
Graviton still on a fighter.
Oof.
I'm not invading. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't. For whatever reason, I can't tell if I have 9 or 6.
You have 6.
All right.
So that's 1 hit on a
I
non-fighter.
mean, he could invade laser, but certainly not
so,
circulate.
You use
That
Graviton.
is not how
ship,
Graviton
space
works.
cannon, 1 hit on ship.
What's that?
Okay,
That was a very bad roll.
Yeah, I'll take it on this. Now, hold on a second before.
Graviton just means they spill over, right? Or is it
No.
non-fighter?
They must be taken on non-fighter.
Right, okay.
Yeah, no,
What am I
Graviton...
thinking of?
Yeah, Waylay?
Hollow Lattice hits, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly Waylay.
Yep.
Waylay, yeah, the Argent destroyers.
Nothing.
Just means
Spill
AFB applies
over.
to non-fighter ships as well.
Yeah.
Treats. Let's see. I think I.
But yeah, Graviton has to be
I
specifically non-fighters because it's a way to disincentivize fighter screens versus PDS, which are pretty weak to PDS generally.
Yeah.
doesn't negotiate, man. Well, yeah, he does.
Sorry, PDS are pretty weak to fighter screens.
Good job, Nick.
I'll negotiate, but I just didn't have anything to kind of. This was happening. This is a point for me. No, I'm not doing any startup stuff.
Okay, combat.
Go. Nick rolling in.
You declared the retreat, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Under capacity. 8 versus 5. Extra hitting 8.
I get fucking 8. How'd I get 5?
Your
So yeah, both the
fighters
cruisers
roll very
hit.
well. 5 hit
Destroy.
on fighter.
Yeah, I mean, that 8 was a very, very high roll.
Mm.
Because not only did the War Sun and
8 hits.
Was it
Yeah, he
5
got
on you?
1, 2,
So actually, no.
3,
What those were?
Yeah,
Oh yes,
four,
you were
rolled
a
5.
fighter.
5 hits
Yeah,
over
that's
7.
fighter hits.
Hmm.
Oh wow, and yeah,
8.
God, Sa hit pretty well as well.
Yeah.
They were all over 9s.
Yeah. Are we going to see some,
I think I've got 2
cheeky
ships
sustains here
there,
from Nick?
so
I
I've
think
got
we are.
fleet cap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
He's looking at Leonard's
flagship
cards.
any direct hit.
No.
War Sun. Is he going to do the War Sun?
I
3
mean,
more
after
hits?
getting 8 hits, it depends whether this is all that's left of Nick's game is scoring this point.
Yep. I'm
Mm.
gonna tap them. Sorry.
If he thinks he can score if he thinks he
Any-
can
any
score a
direct
point
hit?
next round,
Direct hit.
no direct
1,
hit.
2,
There it
3,
is.
4.
Yeah, I mean, I think CoolGuy might have given the game away a little bit.
Yeah. Ballsy though. Ballsy.
It is definitely ballsy. This is the thing, I was like, if this is the last point that Nick expects to score this game, then maybe it just doesn't matter if
You
he
guys
direct
done
hits it.
assigning hits?
That's it. Yeah.
I am.
2, 3. Just trying to decide what I'm gonna. No, fuck
That cool guy did retreat. So he's trying to figure out.
I actually might land to just get a trade good for my mech.
Yeah.
But
Sacrifice that mech for a trade good.
Okay.
And he could bombard and just take the planet, but if
Right.
he wants the trade good, then
Yeah.
this does make sense. The old suicidal self-assembly mechs.
Actually, I think I'll take. Yeah, that's what I'll take.
I quite like self-assembly on Esxhaton, but in my game I have Hope's End in my slice, so
Max on tap.
In the end, I decided that I didn't need 2 ways to get free mechs.
I should, but I said I wouldn't.
I think if I didn't also have Necro Alliance, it might be more considerable. You can only get so many action cards, you know?
Yeah.
People lie. No, manbear lies.
No bombard.
Oh, but Sa took out most of their infantry off laser, so he might actually win this.
All right.
Yeah.
I can get a trade good.
He wants his mech to die, but
Then why not send it to Saculag? I am confused.
yeah, exactly. After that retreat, he should drop it on Saculag. I think he just might have been.
Please hold.
Please hold. Action packed.
Or maybe he doesn't mind whether he gets the resource or the trade good. He doesn't have Psycho Arc, does he? No.
All right.
There you go. Cool guy got the hit.
Tension.
He's sustaining.
The 1v1. Either way.
Everybody scores.
I have no idea what people want out of this combat.
Trying to understand. Oh, there they are.
Yes.
They both die.
Okay.
We each get a trade good.
Oh god, Sa has self-assembly too. Why is self-assembly so rampant at this table? Sa, of all factions, I would think, really couldn't give a crap about self-assembly.
Yeah.
I guess he maybe did he research it this round as a way to try and get some more trade
As a way to get cash, maybe. Yeah.
That's damaged. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't just try and go scavenging more. To be
It's quite
honest,
hard to tell from the model whether it's
retake more planets, get more trade goods. He's had it for ages. Moon says in chat. Yeah. It's a strange check choice. I mean, having a cheap deploy on their mechs already.
For if you're scoring a secret.
No.
It's not for a secret. I think CoolGuy has missed the fact that this is over a legendary.
I ended the turn, so that's gone anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not scoring a secret.
Okay.
On a public, hopefully.
We might
Nick
need to make
coming
sure
all
Sa knocks
buff.
down.
So this is what I was wanting to do off Imperial because control objectives can be taken.
Right.
Oh, Nick. Just be quiet.
Imperial delay.
Right. Oh yeah, thanks.
Sa now have no unlocked ships, so they can't block the point anyway. Necro certainly could, but I think they're more interested in building at home.
One more token for Necro? Yeah.
Yeah, I only see 1 token left. Yeah, no predictive for them yet. That is a tech that I think is highly, highly, highly underrated.
Oh, predictive is huge. Huge. The ability to redo your tokens mid-round is just massive.
And it allows you to like obscure your plans a little bit because no one knows. Oh, are they going to make 4 actions with 5 fleet, or are they going to make 5 actions with 4 fleet? You know.
Yep.
Do I need to be prepared for a giant fleet? Do I need to be prepared for lots of little things? How many secondaries are they following this round?
Yeah.
I love it. I think I hear a lot of discussion from top tables of it in contention for best tech in the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
And certainly most underrated.
Get lifted.
It's so very unique. Yeah.
You can just move out.
Oh, sorry. What you were saying? What it does?
Yeah.
All right. And did you purge the?
Yeah. To be able to move your tokens mid-round, just lift them and shuffle them about. It's crazy.
It's just so incredibly flexible. And you know, there have been a lot of times where I've thought, in a late round, where man, I really need one more stall. I guess no, I need 2 or 3 more stalls so I don't get stalled out of leadership.
Yeah.
And sling relay just isn't enough, or and then you think
have to drop the real stalls, those
that's
real
it.
expensive stalls,
That's it. And you go
supernova stalls.
That's it. And predictive is a way to do it. You know, like you get. I needed 3 more actions, not 1 more action, and so I can drop 3 fleet, lose a couple ships. But that means I'll be able to buy 5 tokens. Who knows?
That's it. And then maybe you survive to leadership, and you can put some more back in fleet. So yeah, it's just incredibly flexible tech. You can plan around it and do mad stuff. It's also a safety net if you fuck up. Like it's just
Here indeed, as we suspected, Necro build at home.
Yeah.
So what is the biostims for, if not for AI dev? Because he doesn't have another token to build with. He can refresh his 2/2 Graal, but he doesn't. He's already scored the influence, so I don't think that does anything. Biostim. He could have biostim self-assembly before that build, but he has all his mechs out. I guess he just wants biostims for next round?
Yeah, I guess.
Where it might be an extra stall if he goes and nabs Sling Relay or...
Yeah. Well, there we go. Everyone's passed.
There you go. Scoring time.
Scoring in order.
Might as well.
Yes. For the viewers. Go, Mandy.
Yeah, 16 influence. And mine rare minerals or materials, whatever it is.
As we suspected, for hazardous planets.
Yeah.
For the Mahak.
Great call, chat. Great call.
So sorry, man.
That's why he was defending that one.
That's why I was defending that fucking Corman system.
Oh, right. All of that fight over Corman was about the hazardous.
The red, of course.
We can
rebuild. All comes together.
Is it up to me? Oh yeah, it is. I score 16 influence. Yeah, but never do. Can't score my secret.
No secrets.
All right.
Mendy needs to put a token on.
Yeah. 10 TGs for me.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's getting a 2-pointer this round. That's what happens with spendies, right? You can line them up.
You scoring a secret, CoolGuy?
No secret, thanks. Done.
And 10 trade.
But I wanted to score that one again.
He wanted to score it again. Suspicious.
My turn. So 10 trade goods.
Do we have a patent secret? Of course we do.
1 or more ships in 6 systems.
Okay. Ow. This is why he needed that beta.
There we go.
And Malice. Oh, he played it bloody close.
One ship.
And my guess is that's why he was so nervous about building at home. He was like,
yeah.
Do I need a backup?
I'm making history.
And yeah, Nick gets his 3rd point of the round.
1 point. No secrets.
Extra. Sad. I thought you had a secret. Although I don't quite
know. Look, I mean, he's still behind, but he's not in the most embarrassing position. Oh boy.
Titans.
I mean, it's Titan. It's a freebie for Titans, but he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
Wow.
Of all the people to get a freebie.
How many is he?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
He's got 7.
And how many sleepers does he have on the board?
6, 7. He's got 7.
There's ways to get them back. 1, 2.
No, well, what do you do?
He doesn't need it though.
Fight.
Yeah, I mean maybe
1 pointer and 2 secrets. He's
not my problem, man. He's
done.
on your fucking left, dude.
It is literally,
literally your problem.
You are literally the gatekeeper, the person on your left.
Yeah. No, I'm not winning the
And
game.
you look around the. You look.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm not winning, guys. I'm not winning. It's not my game.
Winning.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is some vet quality whinging.
Well, one of the rules of Hell Mode was no whinging. But...
I think you're allowed to whinge about the state of the game. You're allowed to Hollywood whinge. You're not allowed to whinge if your home system gets taken.
Yeah, I mean, if you left it open enough to get taken.
Action cards are done.
Yeah, Moon in chat
Wait a second, let me.
points out
We're up to the
exactly as we were earlier. He sees himself out of contention.
Never removed that.
And he just wants to get as many points as possible.
Yeah.
How out of contention is he, though? He,
I think
he's kind of likely to get politics this round.
Yeah, I'll drop one.
It's just the likelihood of stopping Titans, right?
Well, yeah, sure. It's going to be nearly impossible. But the point is, if he did stop him, he'd be in a really good position.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He could score 2 secrets, a 1-pointer.
Yeah, I'm doing tokens.
Imperial into a second 1-pointer.
I think I'm gonna drop.
No, he's only got one 1-pointer. Maybe get a Mechatol point. That'd put him at 12, and he'd only need 10 trade goods to win.
I'm gonna lose a destroyer.
Yeah. I mean, his path requires Windslaying Titans, but
yeah.
So if he sees that as impossible, then
but I think everyone's path requires that now.
Certainly, I mean, 7 structures, even for Titans, I think it's not too hard to knock off 2 or 3 structures and just keep him off it. The problem is he doesn't need it. He only needs his home system.
Done with tokens.
Because you can't stop someone from scoring 2 tech in 2 colors if they have a home system.
No.
Yep.
So if Titans drew has an action phase, which we kind of presume he does.
Here comes the agenda. No one's playing Edge
Was it
Imperial
top,
Tides.
what was it? Top or bottom? What are we going in blind?
One
or?
each.
Top bottom.
All right, they've moved on to agendas. Let's tune back in.
I was passing for those cards I mentioned.
Oh, we should get
economic equality.
Oh, we talked about it. We talked about it.
This is the one you put on top. Why did you put that on top with 1 TG?
Because everyone else has more.
Because I couldn't. The TG came from the fucking from the mech.
Oh, from the mech dying. That's very funny.
Do I have extra? Do I?
Do they all want the TGs? I mean, maybe they don't anymore. Extra certainly do. It helps them get 16 influence.
Maybe. Looks like so.
Cabal and Mahak certainly do, because they need 10 trade goods.
It just doesn't count their extra hero.
Yeah. Extra, Mahak and Cabal.
Is it extra every planet?
Still to do the 16th spending. So would not say no to money.
Oh yeah, because I can't spend Hope's End or Mortar to vote.
Yeah, you can. You can spend it for 0 influence and get an extra vote.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Perfect. Thank you.
An interesting.
Okay, cheers. Thanks, Muff.
Side rule about the extra commander is that they do make 0 influence planets able to be spent for 1 vote.
Extra any wins?
Good. No wins.
Any afters?
Was it up to me for afters?
Yeah, it's back to you.
No, it's Speaker, you dickheads.
Speaker goes first for afters.
What's up? Yeah. Pick your first faces. Yeah. I'm just who scored trade goods? Who hasn't scored trade goods?
Titans hasn't, and he's got 4 trade goods.
Titans has.
Titans has. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Cabal and Mahak want the trade goods. and
Mark doesn't have any.
Extra themselves might want it to make their 16 influence a bit easier.
They're both.
Not that 16 influence is hard for
owners.
them with 25.
I would consider myself a front runner too. I'm
Oh,
second
sorry. No. I was looking at third last.
Titans cannot win.
What?
What are you talking?
Excuse me.
Last I read, you still had 2 secret capacity. Okay, yep. So you've got 2 secrets still. When you need a 1 point up, which you've got.
Oh, he's manbearpigling. I see.
Rider against.
It was a setup for the punchline. It was not at all.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a pansy neighbor that didn't do anything all game. And...
Oh,
the
real hits coming out.
No after from me.
To be fair, Necro also could have punched right. Not only the person on the right is responsible for a Titan slay.
Yellow.
No after.
Red.
Does this mean you're leaning against Nick?
Whisper.
Oh, 4B. The grudge matches.
Okay.
It's funny you bring that up. I believe...
Let's go.
Have you talked publicly about the pairing and matching system for the tournament?
I'm not sure how many people have really questioned what's going on. It's been spoken about in public forums.
Cool.
I see.
Voting was
because I know there's like often like seeding between rounds and such like that, but my understanding is that this is
I
not
just
that.
had a list of 24 players and I randomized them and tried to make sure that everyone has maximum spread, plays the widest range of players they can.
Like in hell.
Players now arguing about the definition of hell mode, which is why I did this whole thing to begin with.
Oh man.
Yeah, there is some contention around it.
It's contentious, right? And I think that's because the Hellfish Club have got a very similar name, right?
Well, that's it. And I think like a lot of where hell mode came from was the way in which what was out of a need to describe what it would be like if you played with one of those players.
Yeah. Well, no, even before that. Before, hell mode was before the Hellfish.
But, 100%. About some of the core members like Jezza were certainly the instigation for hell mode originally.
Yeah.
If it's Esxhaton enforcing it, then
basically a series of games in the deep past that had some people less than happy with the proceedings, and it's some people like a certain type of game, and some people like a different type of game, and we're here to see TI played. Stress test essentially. Let's push it as far as we can in terms of competitiveness and
that's it.
point blocking.
It is the ruthless mode.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily mean a certain style must prevail. As we're seeing, Manbear can do whatever the fuck he wants. As long as no one's whinging, as long as everyone's playing to win to the best of their ability. That's what we want to see.
This is the thing. I think Manbear does very well at these top level competitive games, but he doesn't play aggressively point blocking style most of the time.
Doing any after vote bribery or whatever?
Not I.
I can say in a game I played with him not too long ago alongside Space Lawyer, who was in chat earlier. He was SAR and he got a Ghost IFF early in the game, presumably just to set up a score, and instead moved his entire SAR fleet into Empyrean Slice and just took it for himself.
Nice.
Round 1.
Nice. As you do.
Yep. He just sat on top of Empyrean for 3 rounds because the 3 structures outside of home came out. And he needed to keep planets to put PDS on.
Yeah.
Get placed, that should happen before the next one comes out.
Alright, so economic equality went against.
Why not?
Extra deciding not to help out Cabal or Mahak.
Alright. And we'll trash that.
Yeah, this is true.
I think
two criminals in this game who have given Titans the support, and that is both SAR and Mahak.
That is correct. Yeah,
Minister of Peace coming out. This is a huge card. This basically stops an activation.
Max. We didn't destroy his max. Let's not give him also Minister of Peace.
That's true.
Every suggestion you make is a bad one. Esxhaton.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Sorry.
Yellow, and he went afters to green.
Nope.
None for me.
The one person you can't give this to is Titans.
Yeah.
Not only because it allows them to protect their home, but also because he could have drawn Get Elected, and that would be one of the very, very hard secrets to score.
I mean, I have no power in this.
That he, yeah, and like you said,
I think we just see it maybe safely go to Esxhaton. I know Mendy loves an agenda phase and might swing big to win this.
he does have genetic recombination.
Nick, I'd be surprised.
He could force Extra to vote his way.
But I'm
I
worried.
think CoolGuy now offering votes
to use it against me.
What about me, mate?
No way, man.
No shot.
Don't make me use genetic recombination. Good.
But yeah, you're stacked, dude. You don't need it.
I do need it.
You know, I think something that would have been really fascinating if instead of Biostim's Necro had stolen genetic recombination, he could team up with Mahakt and they could make two people vote the way they want.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That would be huge.
I can't imagine ever doing it as Necro because it's such an low impact tech to steal, but
yeah.
Or mine?
Is this a ceasefire swap?
The officer Slim Champ.
Wow.
Jesus.
Hey man. I thought we were good.
So Manbear's given up on 10 trade goods by the sound of it if he's offering to... Oh no, he wants his TA back.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to get you close enough, dude.
I'll tell you what.
And suppose if he can make like 5 or 6 trade goods off trade, and then just throw mechs at people, you could get to 10.
You got to give me something.
Path.
Just can't go to yellow. That's the main thing.
How is CoolGuy getting talked into this? Just give it to Nexture. You've already got his support. You're not activating him.
Too secret.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't go to me or Mendy, should be fine.
Or Mendy. That's true. Oh yeah, of course Mark's on 10 as well.
Yeah.
Could score the 10 trade goods probably pretty easily.
Oh,
are you using?
But can't win. Doesn't have it. Doesn't have enough secret space left.
Secret. Sorry, guys.
Whisper green.
Huh.
That's not
true.
Yeah, but a big asterisk. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, I've already got.
It's fine. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Big smacks.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, you could know. Say you've got 4 PDS.
Okay.
Now you know.
4 pieces, you lose a point.
Oh, look! At the end of the day, yeah. Look, sorry, I was.
Whatever. Don't worry.
Yeah, a bit distracted.
Let's just build the dad.
If it's any constant. Yeah, Forburner, can we go in like a chat?
Jesus! Can't believe it.
It's not talking.
Yeah, I'm just missing.
That's a joke. It's all good.
Nick, did you see? Yeah, Nick's typing. Okay.
All
right, cool.
I was going to say, like, Titans is the only one that can win next round, so it really is fine if Mendy gets it.
Yeah.
Unless he gets
getting it is not fine.
I mean, Mendy's the only one at the table who's really motivated to go stop Titans because he's also potentially in range of winning, right?
Yeah, but everybody else. So then who's stopping Mendy with that and this max?
When Mendy, yeah, well, that's true. I mean, who cares about the round after next?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you win next round, realistically. You already got the point on lock.
You have to destroy two structures. I'm done. It's not
knowing
difficult.
you. No, I'm not talking about that point. I'm talking, I know you, and no doubt you've got probably action phase secret, and I'm assuming with Destroyer 2, there's probably the fighter base secret.
I would have already scored that.
No, you wouldn't have, because I know you wait for the last fucking round, just like me.
I voted. All votes on turtles.
Oh, there you go.
I got it.
I mean, I think that's just the correct play anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if Mendy had any realistic expectation of getting this, he shouldn't have.
I'll give you a ceasefire back.
Oh wow, okay.
Dude, that's what I was asking for.
Oh,
I've
really?
already
Yeah.
voted.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got distracted. Oh, man, I got distracted.
That's all right.
Fucking-
It's
that's
all right.
secret shit. I didn't mean to fucking.
Yeah, yeah. I know you got flustered. I know.
Oh fuck, man! I keep forgetting Daxiv. Fuck.
That's why it's the worst deck. Everybody
It's
forgets
the
about it.
most forgotten deck.
It's your vote, Mendy.
I mean, Mendy, if you're listening to this back one day, if it helps. Also, we forgot you had Daxiv and have not been calling you out for missing that window.
Yeah, I had no idea that he had Daxiv.
You did the tech roundup.
Can I have my
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think I just assumed he had a good green tech. He must have got it this round, right?
I'll give you
It's
all
sitting
my-
there
No,
on
he
top,
he's,
or
he was
last
doing it.
round maybe.
He remembered the window multiple times.
Who are you talking to?
Mendy.
I think, man.
Oh.
No, man, you don't even need it.
You make you use it anyway. That's the thing.
I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah, it's because you want star point back, and like I fully get it, but you're gonna get star point back regardless.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I won't go in while your shit's there as well. Like, I want you to have plastic because you're the only one who's really motivated to prolong the game, right? So, you know.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I don't want to just give it to you, and I don't like you having my ceasefire.
We talk about
I just don't like you
I-
having my
he
ceasefire.
is incentivized to prolong the game.
I got you Minister of Sciences for that shit.
Yeah, sure.
Attacking Titans will cost him his support.
Should have been mine.
Yeah, and I wasted a Sabo to give
I mean,
it
that doesn't put him out of
Yeah, yeah.
contention
Oh,
if
it's
another
been great.
2-pointer comes up.
But you know, I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like I've.
But it does put him off the
facilitated
path of like a
you
2-pointer,
rising up
1-pointer, and a
having
secret.
production and resources in your slice as well. Like early on, you were very vulnerable, and I left you alone.
Because I was getting eaten alive.
Oh yeah, I'll give you this.
Is that goodwill?
Maybe I just
Nick
need
wants to
thematic-
prolong the game
thematic vote totals.
because every point counts.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
exactly.
only going to use it. I'm only going to use it to stop a win to make the game go longer.
Oh, I know. I get that. But I think Mendy would too. Like, I think he would want all the tools that he could get his hands on to prevent the game.
Yeah,
ending.
so you can win.
I get that. But
Esxhaton playing it perfectly, chiming in
That's it.
only
I'd
when a
like
point was going to be left dangling out there, not in his
yeah,
favor.
so would I. But I don't.
That's it. And look, I mean, Esxhaton's in a weird spot because, like, obviously he does have a pretty clear locked up win
Yep.
that would require a lot of work from the table to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still got genetic recom, so
And the problem
There's
is,
a table that can do it.
12 votes.
in a normal
This is
14-point
it is.
game,
If
I don't think the table could come together to do it.
you can actually carry
No.
it.
When every point counts towards their league score,
Titans.
there is incentive.
Yeah.
One more round is one more
I
point
mean,
for all
yeah,
of them.
And,
And
Nick's
it
talking
might,
it up.
that's it. It
We've got
might
Man
not
talking
make
up Mendy.
it might not make a difference
Mm.
to who wins this game. Titans might
Yeah.
still win this game,
So,
but it might put them in a better position compared to the other people in the other
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is why I should tell them to let Titans
If
win
you-
now.
Yeah, I mean, if you genetic,
Right? Because I'm in one of those other games, and I need
Yeah.
them all to be as low scoring as possible.
pop a cruiser. That's it.
I say this as someone who purposely didn't
guess
double
that's
score off
actually better
Imperial
because-
round 2 in my own game, because I was
Oh.
too afraid that taking a planet off Sardak and scoring an extra point would put too much heat on me. And I was,
Well,
I
let's
think
start.
I was right, to be honest, as
Yeah.
well. I would have been spread too thin, and Sar would have gone right instead of left.
Doesn't take much incentive to get Sar to go in any direction, right? So maybe you made the right choice.
That's it.
Fred, would you vote for me?
And I'd been friendly to him in round 1. I actually cut him on a trade, and I didn't cut in many people in on that trade.
Yeah, but I'm not first in
That
it.
sort of mindset is what causes people to dislike leagues.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Moon said. Look, I mean, it is what causes some people to dislike leagues. It also causes some people to really like leagues because it doesn't
Yeah.
make it makes the game
You can shit again.
more than itself.
Like,
Bigger things.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Bigger, it means a little bit more, right? Every point suddenly is a
The
little bit,
only
little bit something extra.
give a fuck would be people
Yeah.
that have a shot, right?
If someone can
And the
step in
only
and stop
person
him,
who
though,
really has a shot are the people who have given,
We're getting to a very crunchy negotiation here because
which means
they're discovering
Titans,
everyone's
then
path.
sort of we catch up to
and everyone's Hollywooding about their path.
game on again. Like, as it is now, it's like, I don't know, if it doesn't go to Mahak, who the fuck cares who gets it? Because Titans is just going to win.
I mean, Turtles.
That's an interesting argument.
Yeah.
We're heading into the last 2 rounds. He's barely got any production. So all it's going to do is protect a system that realistically he's probably going to lose. Or, you know.
Like Turtles using this to protect Turtles from Sire retaliatory stuff has no impact on like stopping the game from ending, which is all Mahak fucking cares about.
But do you feel, God, am I wrong in thinking that if someone does stop Titans, then giving Mendy this just gives him the win, right?
Yeah, certainly. But I mean, he's got his mechs anyway. Like, I don't think we're stopping Mendy necessarily anyway.
He's got $20. I'm going to go ahead and give him another $20 because he's already got $20.
For Mendy to actually complete the slay,
So
he
using
gives
genetic
up support. He probably needs warfare on top, which means Manbear certainly gets politics, and he takes speaker, and he puts himself in a really good position to win this game. Sure, you can't stop Mahakt from getting to 14, but he's going to be 6th pick. That's my guess. That's my guess.
Okay, you get 1 vote.
I think that'd be the case.
Well,
I don't think that was
maybe going to get it. I think that's the Zorp now.
I feel like that's not a token. I guess
told you.
The reason you choose him to genetic recom is because hitting his fleet would actually be relevant.
Yeah.
Whereas hitting Esxhaton's fleet isn't relevant, and so he would just probably vote for himself anyway.
Anyway,
we have
right to vote.
Yeah.
Critical one here.
Yeah, is Necro a believer?
If I have it, I'll use it for the slay, just the same as Mendy, but I won't then use it to protect Mendy's win, is the difference.
But can Esxhaton do anything to slay Titans? He's a million years away, and he used up his Domus Orb.
You know, Minister of Peace stops any activation of the table, not just on your own ship.
I see. So he could use it for the table.
Yeah. For the good of the table, which always works out, right?
Yeah, I think people often forget that Minister of Peace does not have to be used on yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't given it to him yet. Look, realistically, he just wants
a promissory note.
Oh,
It's supposed to be.
I think he just wanted his TA back. No, I think he wants his TA back. He wants money.
Look, I mean, you got to vote the way that you think you need to vote. I'm actually not going to do any more convincing. It comes down to realistically, Turtles ain't got a shot, and he's only going to be using it in a defensive.
No, he's not.
If anything,
this is a hard sell from Mendy. There's no way that Mendy doesn't think, Turtles could just use it on whoever if it stops Titans winning.
No.
He is trying to sell that this is a ceasefire.
Yeah.
Unless people
and it is not
unnecessarily going for my home system to eliminate me, I don't see me using it on myself.
There it is. That's what Nick needed to say. That's what Nick needed to say. He wouldn't use it on himself. He'd use it for the good of the table.
I really don't.
This is huge, though.
It is, yeah, but I mean, fuck, you got to make the decision on who's got better board state at this point in time. Who's actually got a chance to do something.
Mendy, shifting gears.
To put it on you.
Gone from the hard sell, going from putting the pressure on to being
so
like,
here's
you know
an
what?
interesting.
You play your own game.
There is now some whispers from Titans to Necro.
Yeah.
I wonder if this involves, hey, if you want to score some secrets before I win the game, I'll help you if you don't give this to me.
Yeah.
He just puts it on
Red.
He puts his votes on himself. And then
so 38.
And now Esxhaton just takes it for himself.
Yeah.
Any cards before this resolves?
No.
That's it.
It resolves.
All right. Minister of Peace with Esxhaton. Thematic.
I wish I had a secret for it.
Sorry, Carrier. You ain't coming home today.
You got it. Oh.
I mean, we tried.
Oh.
Not much we can do.
That's that, Jack Sprat.
Yeah, 11:30. Then I go for another round.
Who was lucky enough to get Summit?
I got it last round.
Oh,
We
I think it's already in the
what a jerk.
bin.
The overlay has not been updating.
Yes,
I will fix that. Probably because of the game crash
Scepter of Dominion. I gotta start
Aha!
adding that
the
in to
timing.
the
Yes.
summit window.
So is that everyone's token except mine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just
Also, if you have it, you don't place it. I mean, also if he has your token, you don't place it.
I'll just
Extra getting a Diplo Rider off in the home system,
same thing.
and the Mahart Promissory Note, which is also pretty much a Diplo.
He's not
Do you
doing
need a
his home
planet?
system,
Or
folks.
can it be any system, or do you need a planet?
No, you can't do home system.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
And but I already Diplo righted my home system.
You fucking can. I love it. That's great.
Right.
You're not playing it under your wall sign over here, or you don't have a planet? Oh, you don't have a planet.
It doesn't have a planet.
I don't have a planet, but also like that's, if I lose it, it's not. I'm going to retreat it, but.
Oh yeah, it's chill. I thought you might want that system for something.
No, I wanted it to make history. That's literally.
Oh yes. Oh sweet. Okay, nice.
And I've done that. So, and by the way, I had a chat with 4Burner, and with the Dane FAQ stuff, you can retreat into nebulas in this tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
They removed that limitation.
Yeah, they undid that.
Yeah, it's just whether or not that's official, I guess, is a grey area. But
Nick just confirming that we're using the most updated
I liked it.
rules reference.
I liked it too, but I could see how it was too finicky.
What's your pick, CoolGuy?
Well, I'm thinking of politics, but if I was taking politics, would you take Imperial?
What was the theory behind not being able to retreat into nebulas?
You want me to take Imperial?
Because the writing in the rule book specifically says you can only move into nebulas if it's the activated system for some reason.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so just hold on a second. So,
which precludes a retreat, obviously, because it's not the active system.
What are you laughing at, Mandikin?
Just look at the state you're in now.
Oh, look, I could take Imperial, but what the fuck, man? You know?
Wow, I thought when it was a lock for an Imperial.
Am I gonna get to Mechatol? You know, fuck, I don't know.
You
Maybe.
don't need to get to Mechatol, do you? You want to score 2 1-pointers.
Yeah, I got some fucking work to do. I got some fucking.
Got a secret. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. You can't get to 14 anyway because you can't score the structures.
Politics, and I get next round.
Infantry.
I think you still take Imperial if Nick lets you.
One person that can take this without warfare right now.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Like
Extra, sure. Extra can.
Apart from
Turtle. Oh no, sorry, my mech died over here. That's right. No ground force.
Oh, he can't get a ground unit in because he sacrificed his mech.
And then
oh my goodness.
Is next round. Fuck. That might be the play.
I mean, I'm not going to double score on Imperial anyway. I don't think so. I don't really care.
That might be the case. He can get 18
that's the defense
influence. Yeah, he can't get the tech specs.
Somebody else doesn't take it. Is the only reason I would take it over Diplo.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. Some tech specials.
Yeah, he's only got one.
For 1-pointer. Yeah.
Might be able to.
But you understand
deal with Necro to get them.
Oh, I totally get it.
No,
difficult position.
Yeah, cannot have Imperial, and
and there is no public disgrace.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can't give him any Imperial because he's on Mechatol.
Yeah, got discarded. I'm pretty sure.
And has mech.
Stuff.
You know what? I'll take Imperial.
Yep.
All right.
And Nick takes the 1 so that he scores more points.
Thanks, Nick, for honoring our agreement.
You're never had to worry. So 7 structures.
Might be the point to make a statement as a up and coming vet like Nick.
Yeah, right.
You could do 3 in a round.
I can do 3 in a round.
Keeping your word is one thing, but scoring points
matters.
matters.
There's a point where that definitely holds you back.
You don't have to.
Or you should at least not be agreeing to the things you agree to.
We'll have to score 16 influence. It'd be doable. Yeah, okay.
16 influence.
Picking construction. Don't see that.
Oh wow. Oh wow. This is a mistake, surely.
Yeah,
He can't get to 7 this round, even with JR, he gets to 4. That's it.
Got 1 structure currently.
Okay, so his theory is if he can get construction 2 rounds in a row, he gets to 7. But
Sure.
surely someone wins before initiative 4 next round if Titans doesn't win. So this sounds like nonsense to me. I think you just go leadership, make sure you score a point before Titans win the game.
Yeah.
All these speaker manipulation plays and
Mendy takes politics.
Wow.
And it's not good enough. He needed warfare surely to get into Titans.
You got
Because
to get in there.
because now Manbear, if Manbear doesn't take Diplo, which he's going to, because he's gonna try and get that point.
I'm laughing already. You're fucking hilarious.
He has to take Diplo.
And you wanted to be Minister of Peace.
I'm fucking dying. This is gold.
Mendy.
Under leadership.
Yeah.
Titans will finish it next round anyway. I think this is it.
Titans scoring first, blocking everyone else out of scoring. Oh my goodness.
Taking leadership. Leadership got all the way over there.
I was also happy with diplomacy, actually.
Yeah, I want leadership, but I'm blocking Titans getting Diplo. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think that's it.
Yeah, well, I want to trade, but
Yeah.
we are friends. But I still hope someone takes their home system. Preferably one of the people that gave you a support.
Oh, it's so weird to think we're broadcasting out of Bayes Television right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking me out.
On public execution on that. I thought about it for a sec.
Yeah, but I
just figured I'd just be an asshole.
I've watched
How are we stopping?
I've watched some friends
Yeah.
playing video games from my own couch, and it is quite the luxury.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're wrapping up for the night at 11:30 p.m. No surprises there. These guys have only gotten through a round a night for the last few.
Taking their time.
You will be
taking their time.
You will be proud to hear that we got through 4 rounds in our first session, and that included playing with that idiot Muffin.
It's not really pressed him all game.
He's going in again on Manbear. He's going in again.
Great goods came out.
Oh, here we go, complaining about the objective.
What objective say? Played Benediction and you chose not to.
Yeah, you're right. I'd have to waste my hero for something that you should have taken care of at the start of the game.
I'm not going to win the game for other people. Anyway,
we have a difference of opinion. Well, thank you for hosting Manbear. And do we want to get any pictures? We're getting together again next week.
Isn't it tomorrow?
When is the next session, guys?
I think it's next week. I think it's next Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a week away.
But I think we've got. I think it's Monday. Tuesday next week.
These guys can work out their logistics, and we'll follow up with them to make sure that we can be here as well. But thank you to everyone who tuned in for this session 4 of Game 3 of the Hell Mode of the Invitational. I'm Muffin Manifesto here with 4Burner, the organizer of the Invitational. Thanks again for joining me, 4B.
All good, mate. All good. Thanks for giving up our obviously very valuable time to talk about a game.
I would not be anywhere else. I think both of us would be sitting here watching this game, talking about it in Discord chat.
Yeah,
if we weren't here on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. All we're doing is making sure we've got more people than 10 in a single channel.
That's it. And big shout out to the players. It was a pretty spicy round in the end, though. A lot of it was some quiet conversations that didn't come to the fore for 3 hours.
Tense. It was political, wasn't it? Like lots of back and forth, lots of tetchy chats.
Yeah, a lot of diplomacy going. I'll wrap up the stream by putting. Oh no, we've had the full scores on display. I'll do a quick overview of the tech screen as we talked about this earlier. If anyone wants to have a look before I turn off the stream,
I'm here. I'm waiting to see what Muff's got to say.
Oh, I think they're talking to us.
They are.
We're just signing off the stream now, guys. Thanks so much for the game. It was a nice spicy one, and we'll see you all next week.
Did I not call it? Did I say that manbearpiglet would complain that the objective didn't fall his way?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of spice going on. I'll turn the stream off and maybe If you guys want to have a private chat about it, you can handle that in your private time.
I think.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Ciao.